The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey!
Why?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Stunner! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. And welcome to our humble abode, the DraftKings Thunderdome. On this joint practice Wednesday, August 12, 2026, this sports program begins now. Football! It is the greatest, and we got joint practices all around the league. We'll be visiting them here in a little bit as we'll feel the beat around these joint training camp practices. We'll go to Mike Reese, who's been covering the Patriots for a long ass. I mean, he's been there through 3 coaches now. Multiple different generations. Mm-hmm. He'll be live at obviously Colts Patriots, which yesterday started hot for the Patriots, but ended sizzling hot for the Indianapolis Colts from our understanding. Then we'll go Lindsey Theory, who's obviously at Cowboys and the Rams. Brian Baldinger from Baldy's Breakdown.
Hell yeah.
He's over there in Kansas City with Ian Rappaport. We'll certainly catch up with him. And then we'll chit-chat about everything else happening around the NFL, which includes an incredible Hard Knocks episode last night. Feels like the Seattle Seahawks are on a mission to go back-to-back. And it makes a lot of sense with big coach Mike Mack on why they're having success. This guy, first time talking to the team, predicted what the Seattle Seahawks were going to become. He was 1 year off. Now, he thought he was going to happen in the first year of him being the head coach in the NFL and of the Seahawks. Instead, it took him 2 years to do it. He wins a Super Bowl, and he's not taking any shit.
No.
And this feeds right into a conversation that we were having this week, because I think it goes into a bigger picture of what's going on with Max Crosby out there in Las Vegas. The Talks Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys, AP Tone. NFL Flag Championships. Good hoodie.
Yeah, great, right?
Yeah, we were at that.
It was a good time.
Right?
Awesome time.
Impressive
ESPN,
football.
Disney, NFL.
Whole shebang.
Going into it.
Promoting.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's almost like that's what, franchise QB would do. Go and represent for that type of stuff, especially if we're big fans of what it could be in the future for things. 9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler is here. D-Butts, the joint practices. Obviously heightened intensity.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously heightened scrutiny. Chance get exposed out there is very, very real. And I think if you're on Hard Knocks, there's a chance you can get exposed in a huge way. Now, we saw with the Giants. Obviously, we saw the Giants decide that they weren't going to, pursue Saquon Barkley in his free agency. They're going to hang on to Daniel Jones, and they're going to have to find out if he's a quarterback. Saquon Barkley on Hard Knocks basically gets shooed out of the Giants building. The owner of the Giants says, if this guy gets to Philadelphia Eagles, I'm not going to be able to sleep at night. Now, we obviously have a lot more respect for him because he saw this entire thing kind of happening right in front of his eyes, and they let it take place. And then Saquon Barkley becomes the MVP and wins a Super Bowl with them. So the Hard Knocks has exposed people in the past. What I think it's exposing us to is this McDonald as a coach. This guy's unbelievable. And when we were talking about Max Crosby hitting the quarterback, listen to this guy, 3rd year as a head coach, okay, for the Seattle Seahawks. Has already built his culture, has already won a Super Bowl. He's a defensive guy. Yep. Here's him talking to one of his guys.
Derek, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you bull rushing right now near the quarterback?
I'm not trying to hump. I can't see behind you.
You can't be trying to hump right now. This isn't the time for it. Damn it, Derek.
That away, good timing. That away,
Hey,
Sam.
stay away from the quarterback.
How when I ran clearly past?
Get him out. Get him out. Get him
What
out.
do you want me to
Get
do?
the hole out. Get him out. Get him out. Let's go.
Get him out.
Damn, oh my God.
Talking back a little bit.
What the
Hey, you can complain
Can't
all
even
you
run.
want. You can complain all the you want. You're too close. That's twice. It's not smart. So you can all you want. But it turns out I'm running the practice.
I like that. Derek Holt, by the way, kind of publicly going at the coach.
Yeah.
Saying, man, what am I loud? And you heard McDonald immediately inside. You saw him go, yeah, right. You think that's happening? Starts chirping right back. I think you got to have the respect of your team to be able to do that. But also, the offense sees your defensive coordinator and defensive head coach doing that and appreciates it. And I think that echoes the sentiment of every single football practice I've ever been at about how quarterbacks get treated, which is why the Raiders news with Kirk Cousins and Max Crosby has been so crazy to us. But what did you learn from McDonald and Seattle Seahawks?
Just culture. That's always a buzzword in any building, in any business, in football. You hear in the sports, you hear it a ton. Culture. The old iteration of the Seahawks, you heard they had great culture with Pete Carroll and those guys, the Legion of Boom, obviously Russ and everything that they built over there. So now the Snyder has built it again, and just getting a glimpse into that. We saw, I think, a little bit of it last year, even when they had all the helmets stacked up, in front of the team meeting. It was like, damn, that's cool. And as a former player, a lot of us say like that's the hardest part about leaving the game. Obviously, the playing the game and the money and the lifestyle and all those things, but just being around your group of guys, whether it's traveling, road trips, locker room, meeting rooms, just the pranks, all those different things, man. But just to see their culture, we talked about the sledgehammers, holding it up, getting a peek into these individual meeting rooms. You see these characters, these coaches throughout the day-to-day. So I love everything about it. Mike Mack, he's kind of a football maniac, football junkie. That's all he cares about. And his guys, kind of go to that beat of the same drum.
Offensive lineman, defensive lineman, Riley taking on other guy. Can't wait for people to experience this because this is middle of training camp. Okay, Mason getting after it. This is middle of training camp. Guys are tired, been around each other. These guys got into it a little bit, I believe, in practice beforehand, a little bit of a fist thrown, but then also a celebration on the other side. And they said, let's go ahead and handle this. Once you saw the offense take their guys back and the defense take their guys back, and you see that team meeting come together around something as simple as 4 sledgehammers, it's like, wow, those dudes really love being around each other. It does feel like the Seattle Seahawks are cooking maybe a little back-to-back. Now, obviously, that would be incredible, especially with what they already have in their division. The Los Angeles Rams are outrageous. They've been the topic of discussion for everybody, especially because it seems like Aaron Donald's coming back. Are the Seahawks going back-to-back, Ty Schmidt? Nobody really talks about him. Hard Knocks happens. We watch it, we go, oh, I really like what this team's doing. Can they win it, though? Can Sam Darnold win it all? Oh, yeah, he did. Can this new coach, a defensive guru head coach, win a Super Bowl? Oh, they already did. Not getting anywhere near the amount of respect, but that's because Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett might be on the same deal line. Is that accurate?
Yeah, without a doubt. And, I mean, you mentioned it. Usually when you watch Hard Knocks, it's a team who either didn't make the playoffs the year before and it's who people are kind of bullish on. And then by, week 4, it's like, okay, we really probably should have maybe taken or we should have relaxed a little bit on this, but it seems completely different with that. But I think that's how they want it. His personality, they don't give a shit if anyone's talking about them. They know how good they are. We'll see. I mean, he answered questions about whether or not he could win a Sam Darnold, that's all we talked about leading up to the Super Bowl. Hey, can this guy win the big one? They'd win a game in the playoffs, be like, yeah, but can Sam Darnold win the next one?
He threw for 300 or something like that in the biggest game, and you're like, he didn't really have to do anything.
Exactly. And then, Kenneth Walker has the big game in the Super Bowl. He wins, he didn't win Super Bowl MVP. I feel like he still isn't certified even after winning a Super Bowl, so I assume he's got a chip on his shoulder. If you're a bettor on the Seahawks, I think you're feeling pretty good where they're at right now.
Well, especially with the news that came out of San Francisco yesterday, because we were chit-chatting with Rappaport yesterday, talking about Bosa, and how he was mentally having to get back over the injury, his knee, and that's kind of where he's at. Then it came out he's week to week. Okay, right now, this is not good. DN Nick Bosa, who's returning from a torn ACL, is now considered week to week due to tendonitis in his surgically repaired knee, per head coach Kyle Shanahan. Shout out to Ari Mirov. Did some numbers for you, Bob.
Yeah, big time.
Did some numbers for you, Ari. I think that thing is an incredible idea. I'm excited to see what that grows into.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people invested in that.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly.
A lot of people invested. Head of Disney, head of ABC,
Wide.
head of ESPN,
Wide.
head of the United States of America,
Wide.
and me and Gumpy.
Yep. Yeah,
That's right.
All time.
Okay?
Just an all-time laugh.
2 kids from every single state, territory, and I believe reservation came to compete to try to get better. And
Really?
I think this is an initiative that is going to continue. I think this is a big deal. And anything that is going to amplify or encourage the next generation to remain active and competitive, I think that is a huge thing I will be a part of. I have given, and this is not, I mean, we certainly have said this publicly because I think it maybe motivates others to do the same. I've given over like $2 million back to my high school, 2 sports, to hopefully keep kids from my hometown in Plum active and like into sports. And I've been obviously a part of the Play 60 initiative whenever I was in the NFL. I've donated to many things that try to keep the next generation active. This seems like something that a lot of people are aligned on making happen. Josh DeMaro there, head of Disney. All of Disney. The previous head of Disney just bought the Lakers.
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
This is the new head of Disney. Head of ABC right there, one of the heads. Miss Deb, incredible. Loved catching up with her. Jimmy Pitaro, that's a head of ESPN. And then right there with his left arm around one particular guy, that's Gumpy.
That's right.
Okay, that is Gumpy. And then obviously it's me. And then the amount of students and kids, the energy last night was just absurd in there. And they're winning life-changing money. So there's a lot of people upset. Anytime, obviously, you have the president doing anything, especially President Trump, who was very gracious to me and Gumpy, I would say, and all the Disney people would say the same thing with how it was all set up last night. Anytime he's a part of something, it's going to be very loud. And there's people saying some really mean stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Diary of a Polarizing Figure, available Friday. By a brand new album. I wrote 15 songs. I learned how to sing for them, and it will address a lot of this. And this kind of is what my life is. But the mission of the Patriot Games, I am a firm believer. Now, I'm not the only one, and I am very excited for what the future is. If we're going to get an aggro crag with an American Ninja Warrior, with a push-up, pull-up contest, with all these things, what the presidential fitness things used to be, but like bigger, I think this can become something that's magical across the entire country. So I was very lucky and honored to be there, thankful to be there. Yeah, and then this is absurd. Yeah, this is an absurd situation. I am drenched at that moment, obviously. Greeted the president as he was coming off of Air Force One, and it was torrential downpour. You know, I mean, just absolutely torrential downpour. Wore blue jeans, normally wear black pants.
Sure.
Blue jeans get drenched, you know, you see it. Turns out everything was drying except for like the...
Sure.
You look like you pissed your pants.
The crop.
There's a lot of that at the end of the night. You know, I'm stretching shirt to be like, no, this is rain from earlier. I don't think you fully understand. But getting a chance to obviously do that. Hop in Marine One. Okay, which is the helicopter that the president uses with a couple big oorahs up there flying it. And then getting over there, it's like the attention that this event is going to get and is going to continue to get, Gumpy, that a baby Gumpy, I think is great for the future. And I think it's a very, 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 very cool thing and concept. So I'm excited for that. I got a 3-year-old daughter. A lot of people saying terrible things about her. I got a 3-month-old baby boy. A lot of people saying terrible things about him right now because I want to encourage high schoolers to be fitness and active. Just know that we take a lot of pride in the fact that we are big promoters of sport, fitness, you name it. And especially with our partners at Disney, ESPN, and ABC, with everything they've done for us, I will love to continue to promote kids being active. I will continue to promote sports. And I do appreciate how people feel towards their politics and everything like that. I do respect it, but there's some absurd things when it's like, hey, it's not just me. I mean, we're trying to create something here for a next generation. We're trying to give back from our community in our world, sports and fitness. So it's like, I think once it settles in, and if this Patriot Games thing goes for 10, 20 years, which I'm hoping happens no matter who's president, I think this will be something that we'll look back on and say, this was inevitably good. But I got ideas. I was in there. I just had 1,000. I didn't know the thing was happening until there. I met the creator of American Ninja Warrior was there.
Nice.
Yeah, the creator.
Nice.
That's a big swinging dick.
Huge.
The biggest.
He's got like 30 seasons in it or whatever. Shake his hand at the very beginning. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Pat, insert his name. We should have looked that up. Insert name very quickly. And I go, oh, very nice to meet you. And then he goes, I created American Ninja Warrior. And then he had a headset on. And I hadn't seen the course yet. Oh, this is American Ninja Warrior course. And I said, come again? That's what I said to him. He said, I created American Ninja Warrior. I go, good for you.
honor,
Good for you, man.
Good
Congratulations. Idea. But it was so sweet. I mean, it was cool. I think this has a chance. Arthur Smith, is that his name?
That's what Google was saying.
Okay, Arthur Smith. I met Arthur Smith last night. Okay. I mean, if there was a photo there, it would be a little bit
Also,
easier.
Andy's calling plays? OC,
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
That's why he was in Ohio. That's why he had time to be there.
Was that a FedEx tie? I mean,
that makes sense.
That is, we're not.
I got some ideas for that thing, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got some ideas.
Like?
Get to the drawing board, spitball.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do some
How
drawings.
did you say the kids were picked? Two kids from the state? Reservation?
I'll tell you what, when I was there, I was asking a lot of questions on. Hey, I was looking around. A couple times. Great lads, kids, great kids. Super positive, love their energy. What an experience for them, like summer camp. You know, but they're getting to do like super athletic. I mean, certainly memories forever. But I was looking around and I was thinking about me when I was their age. And I'm like, oh, cooked all of these people. And then I started looking around. I'm like, I'm not the only one that could probably is thinking the same thing here. So I think as this thing grows, I think what we need to make sure we let everybody know is, hey, tryouts.
Yeah, there you go.
Right here.
Yeah.
Big announcement. Almost like Drewski's. Almost like Drewski's could have been.
Sure.
Come to a city. Hey, we got tryouts for this here. Like, that is the idea that I have for it. I'm like, let's do 6 regionals. Let's go to an arena. Let's set this thing up. Let's tell everybody in the area to come. Let's get the best of the best. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's up this to $1 million worth. Like, that's where my brain immediately goes as I'm watching. I'm like, yes. And then I think about a little young me, you know, being like, how much can I win at this thing? What do I got to do? I got to go run what? And then going down there and just having an opportunity. Because you could tell how pumped they were to be in that. Like, they were very pumped to be there. The kid that won it, well, I don't know if I should give it away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
ABC tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
The kid that won it, the male that won it, he needs to be in Marines. We need him expedited to Marines.
See, that might be a problem because the kid that won it, we should be saying, like, this guy's going to be in the NFL.
No, not with the Ninja Warrior, of course.
Yeah. MLB? MLS?
I'll tell you what, I think
Not
this
that
kid
one.
could probably do any of those things, but I also think he would actually be able to run through a brick wall or right up over. This kid was a human spider.
Okay.
I mean, watching this kid operate was outrageous. Good jawline. Absolutely strapped. They were 15 to 17 or 14 to 17, and there was a 15-year-old finalist taking on the 17-year-old.
Wow.
So that was in the girls' division. She was from Michigan, I believe. I believe she was from Michigan.
Probably be
Hell
back.
yeah.
She had a pretty good little run. Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was a pretty big celebration of like fitness last night, I would say. And then, you know, because of storms back here in Indianapolis, I almost died on the way home.
Yeah.
Tree in road, no lights on road. Hit side of car.
Crazy scene.
Could you imagine if I turn that thing? People would have been so happy on the internet. On that note, the Diary of a Polarizing Figure this Friday. It was crazy, some of the stuff I was reading about me.
Oh, yeah.
Man, all these people felt like real sports fans, too.
Oh, yeah, big time.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they're not watching anymore. And I want to let you know, I'm so sorry, because what we are given is the best in the world. Sports. Sports are the greatest in the world. So hopefully you'll join us again. Now, speaking of sports, joint practices are happening around the NFL.
Hell yeah.
We are so close to actual NFL football that we can smell it. Mm-hmm. If you take a spoon, go ahead and take it through the sky, eat that, you can taste it.
Oh, yeah.
And then these eyes, guess what they're seeing all over the internet?
Touchdowns.
What?
Interceptions.
What? Sacks.
What?
Trips.
What?
Coaches yelling at players.
What? Players yelling at coaches?
What?
We're here. Mm-hmm. Let's feel the beat a little bit, shall we?
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, up at the Colts Patriots joint practice, a man who's been covering the Patriots for ESPN, Connor, for how long?
I'm going to say 22 years.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's a
Mike
good
Reeves.
Yeah.
Is that how long it is?
It's been a while. It's been so long, Pat. Look what I brought today.
Boom.
My
Okay.
2009 Patriots media guide. You know why I did this?
I know why you
Because
did
open
that,
it up
Mike.
to this page. Look at this guy right here.
Boom.
D-Bud.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Good to see you, Mike.
Hey, you know what? 27 as a rookie, not a number that's immediately going to get a quarterback to go that one.
That's not a bad number.
No, I agree.
Bad.
Top of the second. I mean,
Yeah.
that's you're damn near first-round pick.
That's
You know.
decent pickings. But then that's the thing. When you come into training camp and it's 100 guys, I don't know how much it is now. It's like 100 guys. You start eyeballing, after a couple practice, all right, that guy might be gone, that guy might be gone. Yeah, so you start eyeballing numbers, so end up getting 28.
Okay, let's not talk about who's kind of got their eyes on another number at this point. Let's talk about the teams as a whole. Yesterday, from the one-on-ones from the Patriots social media that we saw, looked like A.J. Brown was cooking, looked like the boys were rolling. Then we started seeing reports from Colts fan Logan, who was also up at practice, and he was saying the Colts did very well towards the end, specifically the 2-minute drill. We had Shane Steichen on. Shane was super optimistic, which I think he always is, but he thinks he did feel pretty good about how we kind of showed up. Obviously, the Patriots, AFC champs, Super Bowl last year. So that's big news for the Colts. Can you give me some good news for the Colts, or kind of what is your takeaway of the joint practices?
Well, absolutely, Pat. First, you talk about smelling the football.
Yeah.
Like, this was a great atmosphere for it. I'm going to tell you, there must have been 8,000 to 9,000 fans lining the field. They opened up the ramps to the stadium that overlook the practice fields. I mean, there was a lot of energy there.
Yeah.
And that moment that we're seeing right here with Cam Bynum, he intercepts Drake May in the 2-minute drill, and fans were booing, Pat. It felt like I was at a game in a sense, even though it was just practice.
Okay, so let's talk about it feeling like it's at a game. Obviously, that means the Colts showed up. We know the Patriots are going to show up in a big way. How did you feel about both teams? Did it feel like, hey, these might be two of the best teams in the AFC, or is there a long road to go here for both?
I'd say more the latter, Pat, in terms of a long road to go. I think both teams probably came out of this feeling like it was a good day. There were no injuries, no big fights. And I think if the goal from a football standpoint is to get better leading into the regular season opener, they both did that. I would say if I had to pick one, though, Pat, because I don't want to give you a boring answer, I think the Colts come out of this feeling better because of the way it ended. 2-minute drill. How many games end in a 2-minute situation? And you got to either win it or you lose the game. And their first-string offense and their first-string defense won in that situation.
Yeah, and it's a cardiac Colts, too. So, yes, 2-minute drills definitely do matter. And Drake May was fantastic, and the Patriots were fantastic. Obviously, they make it to the Super Bowl last year, so at the end of games, they were able to put things away. First joint practice, very early for both parties. But I, as a Colts fan, would like to let you know, thank God you're saying that, because those one-on-one reps that were coming out from the early parts of practice, I thought we were 0-17. We lost the last 8 games of last season. Last 8 straight. I thought that was going to continue. I thought we were going to be worse than the Browns once they won completely defeating the other side after seeing those. And then all of a sudden, Colts fan Logan starts coming out. And then Sauce says, oh, it's funny, that's the only one they put out, huh? That's an interesting one. I'm like, hold the phone now. The boys are buzzing up there with the New England Patriots, who are obviously top of the class. Speaking of top of the class, there's one guy that wasn't participating yesterday for you guys. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, all eyes on Christian Gonzalez getting his new deal. What's the latest update with that? And tell me what your thoughts on the secondary as a whole. I know there's a lot of some moving parts back there, but that's a great, I think, strength of this defense. What's going on with Gonzo, and what do you think of that secondary so far through camp?
So, Darius, he didn't participate, and he had fallen hard in the practice on Monday in a end zone coverage against Romeo Doubs. And so it's hard to know if Christian Gonzalez didn't participate because of maybe, landing on his ankle and coming up a little gimpy, or the contract. And I'm still trying to get more information as to why Gonzalez wasn't out there. Up to this point, I will tell you, the fact that he has been a full participant and, in my view, their best player throughout training camp, if it was the contract, why he wasn't out there, that would be a sharp change in direction for him in terms of approach this training camp.
Yeah, because we've heard about him and A.J. Brown battling day in, day out. That's got to make them all better. Now let's talk about the wide receivers. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Rizzo, it seems like one of the stars early on in camp has been Kayshon Boutte, and I don't know if it's cooled off a little bit, but haven't seen him as much. Everyone kind of assumed he was getting traded or at some point getting moved, but because of how well he's played, is there a chance Boutte plays the last year of his contract and then moves on? Do you expect him to be kind of a trade deadline guy that might get moved? What's the situation with Boutte right now?
Connor, they got 7 receivers that could be on this roster, which is probably 1 or 2 more than most teams would keep. talk to some people I do inside the Patriots, and they tell me Booty's going to be a big part of what we do. I think where that could become a little bit of a challenge is if another team does come calling and is willing to give them, something of significance. You still got A.J. Brown, Romeo Doubs, Pop Douglas, Mac Hollins, Kyle Williams, Efton Chisholm III. They're all making plays throughout training camp, so it's a very crowded receiver room. And Connor, as a longtime Patriots fan, when was the last time we could say the receiver room had too many receivers? I've never seen anything like this. Maybe outside of 2007.
You guys are speaking the same word. Yeah, he said 2007 as well. I don't know if you heard him say that. I like that you guys are speaking the same language here about this particular Patriots team. And I like that you said that everybody I talk to in the Patriots says Kayshon Bouttey's a big part of what we got going on. Now, that could change unless another team says, hey, he could be a part of what we got going on, too. And then we say, yeah, you're right. He could go to your place. It's funny how football works that way. Funny how we love him.
Yeah.
Do you love him enough for like a third rounder?
Second rounder?
Well, how much do you love him? We see highlights coming from everybody, and let's not even forget about Hunter Henry. You just fucking paid him.
Yeah. Rookie tight end, Eli Reardon.
Actually, you know what? Fourth rounder. Now that we're talking about all the weapons that you have up there, how much do you love them? Let's find it out. There's a chance that that's going to happen on any team, but certainly at deep positions, especially with injuries that take place across the board. Speaking of injuries, it felt like Will Campbell had one last year, and then it changed everything. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Mike, as we're talking about the Patriots, there's no questions about any skill position or the defense. I feel like just from a national perspective, the one question that the national people still have is the offensive line, because the last thing we saw was the Super Bowl. How do the Patriots feel about the offensive line and the additions that they made in the offseason, including the draft?
Well, I believe that's going to be the key for the offense. And Will Campbell does look like a different player, I would say, this training camp, especially he got injured late November last year, his knee. And when he came back, they felt like he couldn't sort of anchor and he had lost some strength. And he looks better. I will say this, and Pat, this goes to your Colts.
Yeah.
That Grover Stewart. Whoa. I mean, he might have been the best player on the field yesterday.
Yeah. He's the most beloved. We saw him at the Hall of Fame. It was great to see him.
Grove.
It is hard not to smile as soon as you see Grove. I like hearing he was the best player on the field. He makes wings in his sink. Okay?
Yeah, legend.
Grove has the lads over. He is...
It's mic'd up, too.
Yeah, we love him.
Good mic'd up.
Yeah, we love Grover. I like hearing that he's playing great because I thought there was going to be a time, potentially, where they were going to keep him around strictly for vibes, because how much they love him, especially at that position with how big he is. I love hearing he's playing better than ever. I like that, Reese. Thank you for the shout-out to one of our favorites.
That's right. And just going back on that offensive line, I think the Patriots feel like if they can keep the top five healthy, which is hard to do, they'll be okay. Where it might be a little tricky is the depth piece for them on the offensive line, and probably a lot of teams would be in the same boat.
Was that the Colts there that posted that Grover Stewart? Okay.
There it is.
Okay. Shout out Colts Social. On it. Doing battles. Okay. For the good of the program, for the good of the franchise, for the good of the organization on the internet. We need faces out there. We need at least a little defense right now, too. If anybody would like to go after some people that are going after me, I would like to give you full go. Okay, we do need defense out there at some point. There's some terrible things being said. Grover Stewart's a man. I'm happy he's playing well. I hope more people get to learn about him, too. I hope he does have like a breakout type year. Now, him and DeForest Buckner are a problem.
Need him.
I mean, that is a real problem if we can get that going.
Yeah.
And I like to hear we're having some success up there against New England. New England's a damn good football team.
Kings of the AFC right now.
Yeah.
No, new year. Brand new year.
Yeah, everybody's at the bottom.
Brand new year. Everybody's at
the bottom of the aggro, Craig.
Reigning defending is typically how they acknowledge it. So we are the reigning defending champions of the AFC.
I mean, Paul Heyman would definitely say that.
Yeah, so if there was a crown, the crown would be in New England right now until further notice.
No, but we all got the crown. Remember, 80 rush yards and quarterback points.
Yeah, sure. In gambling, of course. I'm talking about NFL football, gentlemen.
You're a Patriot fan. You know that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, the crown's not with you guys.
But
Crowns in Seattle was on Hard Knocks.
I'm aware. I acknowledge the fact that you only hang championship banners in New England. However, and being in Indiana, of course, they do it differently here. But remember, when you are
that's Chicago.
Yeah, which was very cool. When you the year after you go to the Super Bowl, until a different team goes from the AFC, the reigning defending champions of the AFC is New England Patriots until the AFC Championship.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to go full context like that, I need to hear more.
Sure.
Bo Nix got hurt.
Yeah,
didn't
absolutely.
play.
And they have that crown in Denver.
They do have
Bo
that
Nix
crown.
was hurt for the game.
What about the Colts? We won 11 weeks. We got that crown, right?
They have the Dan Jones towards Achilles, and then the entire team fell apart crown.
And broke his leg, please.
Yeah, and broke his leg, also a part of it. Josh Allen and the Bills, they have the same crown they always have. If the rules were different, we would have won.
Oh, jeez. All right,
many things like that.
Let's talk about chasing crowns,
Sure.
shall we? Let's talk about vibes after not getting the crown last year, but getting oh so close ahead of schedule. Go ahead, Ty. Last question for you, Mr. Reese.
Yeah, Mike, after what was a very tumultuous offseason, where would you say the vibes are at right now with the team as a whole? Obviously, not a lot of new faces in there, and the expectations are very high, but does it seem like the offseason is kind of completely in the past now and all the focus is on football, or is there kind of some maybe lingering things from that tumultuous offseason?
Ty, I think it feels like it's moved past that, and I would say a key date for me was early June. I felt like when they acquired A.J. Brown in that trade, I felt as a reporter being at some of these practices in the spring, going into training camp, that the energy around the team shifted. I feel like A.J.'s arrival added like a shot of energy that they needed, because they had all these things going on throughout the offseason. And I felt like since that point, it's sort of taken off a little bit.
I love to hear it. And obviously, bunker mentality can certainly set in, especially when you're that close and you have Drake May as your quarterback.
That's
what a
right.
stud. We appreciate the hell out of your service, the ball, and the
All right.
Patriots. How many years? 2007, you said?
Well, I actually started in 1997, Pat, but I had to bring the 2009 media guide from my guy, Darius. I was there when he was coming in as a rookie.
Love you, Mike. Appreciate you.
Service 29 years.
41st overall pick.
Hell yeah. Never forget it.
What pick was I in that draft, Reese?
Uh-oh. I don't have it, Pat. You would have been number one.
That's Matthew Stafford. He's the reigning MVP. Here today, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Reese.
Yeah, Reese.
You hear him go, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Reese is like, I don't know 222 from the Colts. Sorry about that.
Reigning MVP. It's crazy.
Still, yeah. We're 221 picks apart, same draft. That me and that guy. Still doing it.
Take it in. Seriously, this is one of those years where like you just have to enjoy watching Stafford and Rodgers, because who knows? Not that Stafford's on his last year, but it is one of those things. Those are kind of it's the end of an era. Like it felt like that when Phillip Rivers. Yeah, it's year to year. Like when Phillip Rivers was playing, how cool was it last year to be like, holy shit, we're watching Phillip Rivers play football again?
Yeah, it was like a movie.
Yeah,
it was a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, Throwback Thursday. Drop Phil Rivers on the Indianapolis Colts to take on the future Super Bowl champions in Seattle. By the way, almost win that
gave
game.
them everything they could take.
Groupie hits a 60-yarder.
Yeah.
Groupie hits a 60-yarder in Seattle to win that game. And then turns out, no, it wasn't. It was not to win that game. The Seattle Seahawks, obviously the kings of the castle, but the story of the offseason has been the Los Angeles Rams. But not just the Rams. It's obviously sports media, so Dallas Cowboys.
Sure,
Turns out they're actually at joint practice together.
Wow.
Joining us now is somebody that covered one team, now covers the other team. Ladies and gentlemen, ESPN NFL reporter, Lindsey Thiry.
Yay!
Man,
Hey,
see,
guys.
that's the difference right there.
Yeah,
it is.
That's the difference right there. That's Southern California. Obviously, it looks amazing. Where are you right now, Lindsay?
Yeah, I've been had Beach has dropped the little man off at beach camp, so here we are, just getting a little exercise in and joining you guys. Thanks for having me.
No problem, Lindsay. What is beach camp? We're learning how to surf. We're learning how to build sandcastles. We're learning how to get the sand out of our shoes. What is beach camp?
Yeah. Currently, they're stretching, getting ready to go in the water. I think they're like learning how to boogie board. We've all heard all about sharks and minnows. Apparently, there's like now seaweed in the sharks and minnows. That's a new update from when I was a kid. 40 years ago.
Seaweed's the lazy ones? What is seaweed? See, this is what we need these things for.
Yeah. So like he explained the seaweed to be like you're stuck and then you just got to reach your arms out one way or the other to get the kids. And so I thought the minnows were the lazy ones, so those ones are getting eaten by the sharks, but there's another level to this now.
Yeah, so I like that things are evolving. Let's not be giving people outs, to not move. I don't like that. That's kind of a big initiative. Okay, let's chit-chat about it's going to be hard not just take a mental vacation. Can you just show us that beach real quick? Can you just show us full screen on the beach so we can kind of just
go.
Oh, my God. Look at the waves.
Yeah. There's the beach camp. Hey, kids. All right.
The place is packed.
We just had tornadoes here in Indiana. We just had tornadoes.
Won't see the sun again.
That was a nice little mental vacation, a little moment of zen.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about us providing that. Thank you, Lindsay. Okay, let's talk about the joint practice between the Cowboys and the Rams. Story is Aaron Donald. He's playing for the Rams, yes, and then Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett are going to be on the same defensive line, and now the Rams are just going to be the Avengers for the next year or two?
It would be like the upset of the century at this point if Aaron Donald doesn't come back. Sean McVay said yesterday, no new news on that. I did see Les Snead walking by, started kind of shouting at him as we're getting ready for a live shot. Like, thumbs up, Les, and Les was like grinning from ear to ear. I mean, nobody around there has a poker face. Sean said it's trending up. There is Aaron, obviously. Dwayne Brown is his strength coach or his speed coach from Pittsburgh. He's out here, 2/10 there you see on Instagram. And that's the stuff Aaron was doing back when he was obviously not retired. And there he is looking fast as ever and freakish as ever. So we're kind of waiting around. There's a thought maybe early next week we'll have a definitive answer on whether or not Aaron's officially going to come out.
Okay, so the thought is he will be traveling to Australia at this point because we didn't know if he was going to kind of slow roll it, maybe skip the 2 17-hour flights, maybe start week 2.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, this is just me thinking, like, Aaron Donald maybe come back halfway through the season, but with him talking about training camp, with Sean talking about training camp, like, if he's coming back, then he's going to be Aaron Donald for week 1. I can't see him sitting out week 1 because he doesn't want to make a flight.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so Aaron Donald's going to be next to MVP candidate, but maybe not. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Lindsay, Myles Garrett, I think, has missed 6 practices maybe so far in training camp, and Sean McVay said that he was at 85%, so maybe no, cause for concern, but what is the deal with this? Are they kind of just slow playing this because they know he's unbelievable and he's going to be ready to go week 1? Or what is the outlook on Myles Garrett?
Yeah, the Rams are really, this is the MO that they've always had, especially with their star players, is to just ensure that those guys are healthy. Sean McVay is not here to win training camp, win preseason games. Obviously, we saw them do it with Matthew Stafford last year and his back, right? Remember that? And then we didn't hear about Stafford's back for the rest of the season. Myles Garrett, 85%, he told Sean McVay, is how his knees feeling because of swelling. I think it was 5 practices would have made yesterday that he's missed. But right now, they really don't seem concerned other than there's no point in running Myles Garrett out there right now. They know what he can do. He knows how to play in this defense. So they don't need him to be a preseason hero, training camp hero. It would have been really nice to see, though, him go against Dak Prescott and see what he would have brought yesterday.
Yeah, I think Dak Prescott's probably pretty pumped about that. Myles Garrett is just so. I was in the Cleveland area last night.
Mutant.
And you're just chit-chatting about the thought that he is now a Los Angeles Ram. I thought he was going to be Joe Thomas up there in Cleveland. After he paid $40 million, got paid $40 million per year after that letter came out. I think I just assumed that he was going to be a Cleveland Brown forever, and it was always going to be a what if. Now we get a chance to see him like on a contender.
Prime time.
With a lead.
Scary hours.
It is. It really is. And he got paid too, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he gets everything that he was going to be able to get at Cleveland, but then he also gets an opportunity of Aaron Donald eat up a couple people while also having a lead probably with at least a top 5 offense in the other side with McVay and Stafford. This is an outrageous situation. Obviously, Aaron Donald's a big conversation piece. But Myles Garrett going over there is still just absolutely absurd. And McDuffie on the back end.
Bingo, like Trent McDuffie. Having him is huge, too, just for coverage.
Yeah, it's ridiculous what they did on the defensive side with the reigning MVP on the other side. Okay, let's continue to chit-chat about these joint practices. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, speaking of joint practices, yesterday I saw a couple reports that the Cowboys' defense was the winners of the entire day. I think going into it, everyone probably would have guessed, like, hey, Cowboys offense, Rams offense, one of those two. But the Cowboys' defense seemingly won the day. How was their D? How was the Caleb Downs scenario? We've seen a lot of him in solo practices, but how has his impact been for the Cowboys? And is that going to be a strength of their team this year?
Yeah, you know what? Caleb Downs yesterday, I spent special attention to last week. He didn't really flash. You didn't really notice him, so to speak, during the joint practice. Their other quarterbacks, Deron Bland, Savon, Revel, those guys were flashing out there against Puka and Devontae, breaking up some longer passing. The Rams really weren't able to get any explosives going out there. Quentin Williams, obviously straight off that huge extension, set the tone early. He had a run stop, went up, flexed his muscles, had a couple tackles for a loss out there. So their defense obviously was going to have to appear better than it did a year ago. The defense was terrible in joint practice a year ago. They bring in Christian Parker So that group is noticeably taking steps forward. It'll be really interesting to see by the time they get going exactly where they're going to be at.
You can really move on the defensive side. You can be shite and then get really good quickly. Hembo says, look at the 2021 to the 2022 Jets. They went from last to fourth. The 2019 Dolphins, 32nd. 2020, 6th. Texans, obviously, we've seen what they've become as an absolute juggernaut. So Hembo says it is possible to get very, very good very, very quickly.
They got pieces.
Yeah, they paid Quinnen Williams, and Jerry Jones said, we got some adults in the room now. We got some adults over here.
Clark, Sean Gary.
Shoddy, I'm gonna let it be known. Shoddy put on a great performance at the league meetings, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would certainly be an upside to that. How about his players running the sprints after practice?
Love
he said
that.
that was not me telling them to do this. This was the players wanting to do this. With the Rams, who have been talked about as being the team that's going to win it all, the odds-on favorite to win it all. They're going, we ain't doing that. Get out of here. And then the Cowboys are in the back with what? Their hard hat and their lunch pail.
That's right.
Running extra sprints. What did that tell you, Lindsay? That felt like a big deal. That actually felt like a pretty big storyline, especially Shoddy coming out saying that was on them deciding to do that. Now, Cowboys players know everybody's going to talk about this if they do it. So I respect that as well. But that's a big-time decision, I think, from a team that I would not expect that from.
Nope.
The juxtaposition of the whole thing was pretty hilarious. Like the Rams, Sean McVay is like the absolute players coach. I mean, he's hard on his guys, but he really tells them what his bodies will do all the things to keep you guys, fresh and all the things. And then to see that, and then to see the old school mentality, like we just had a hard practice, like let's go run. I know Dak was kind of chuckling about it afterwards. I know there was some trash talk going on with those guys afterwards. The Cowboys, as they're coming out the field, like we'll see you guys later in December. We're going to be the conditioning ones. So that was really interesting to see, obviously, two very different methods of how to end practice.
All right, Lindsay, we appreciate you so much. Have a good one. We'll continue to follow along. Tell everybody at beach camp to stay safe out there.
Yeah, bingo.
That's right.
And we need more sharks and minnows, not seaweed. We need people moving out there. You're the best, ladies and gentlemen. It's Lindsay Theory.
Yeah, Lindsay.
Thank you, Lindsay. A lot of chatter, obviously, there. That's a sports media dream right there.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Big time.
Cowboys, Rams, joint practice.
Oh, man.
Shit. How many Jerry Jones press conferences can we get? Well, he doesn't want to do as many as the year before. What? No. Somebody tell him. All right, he'll do one every day. They set up a stage for him.
Yes.
The dream is after practice being able to go to that beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sports.
That's like what the Florida Panthers were kind of selling to all the hockey guys.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, hey, listen, playing in Canada is really cool. Playing in these cold states, awesome. Hockey places, certainly, we get that. Why don't you just do one day in our life real quick? Waking up, let's go get after it, yeah. You want to go play some golf? They got 45 golf courses here. You want to go hang out on the beach? No problem. Go home. Guess what? You just see your family. You know what? At night, we'll all get on our golf carts. We'll go get ice cream. Yeah. And then we'll maybe do a late night sesh to it.
Nice.
Go to
It'll be
bed.
fun.
Just do it again. It's like they're doing college down there.
Oh, yeah.
Beach with their families. That is quite an advantage, I think.
Yeah.
Like LA always has had that. Now, I don't think LA right now is where everybody is flocking to, just in society. But on that note, with players and athletes and everything, still very much a place that people want to get to.
And then for the Panthers, they still show up on the ice, and they're, it's because a lot of times you get that type of lifestyle, you show up soft. But like the Panthers, the Heat, now the Dolphins just got to get their shit together.
Well, I don't know if the Dolphins will, but I like half of the Rams, though, physical team.
Oh, yeah.
Dominant team. I like what's going on with Puka. We should have asked. He's out groin, I guess?
Yeah, they said they were being very cautious with that. They didn't think it was anything serious.
Groin, if you let it get all the way back to 100, good. If you push it when it's not 100, forever. It'll be there forever. Actually, the groin is just like so annoying because the amount of things that the groin is a part of, you don't realize until there's a little bit of a tweak. It's like, oh, I use this for literally everything that I do. It's like, I can't even take a poop without your groin getting activated in there. But if you let it get all the way back to 100, from my understanding, clear sailing. But if it's like 90 or 80,
it's hard to tell if it is 100 or not.
Yeah, but you can beat that thing down. Yeah, true, because it does kind of disguise itself. So them being safe and smart with this is a good idea. Now, we're not doctors.
No.
Sometimes. Sounds like they're kind of just saying, hey, our season starts week 11.
Myles Garrett, he's not practicing. Aaron Donald, dude, cool. Just work out over there. Puka, you feel something? Yeah. All right, sounds good. She's saying McVay just wants to get the boys to first game.
Yeah.
Sounds very obvious that is what we're doing.
Got to be careful.
A lot of coaches we've talked to, let's just get to the season, okay?
First couple weeks, though, you can get exposed and set yourself behind.
Yeah, and we're talking about Seattle. Like we started this whole entire thing talking about how good Seattle is and they're the reigning defending Super Bowl champions. Like if you lose a couple of those, and then we see what happened last year. The last week was for the number 1 seed. Like that might come and bite them in the ass again. But then again, still.
What are the stats? What are the stats on teams that win the Super Bowl? They're good early.
Yeah,
right? And that, like
good early, good late.
The stats say, like, yes, teams have gotten hot late and made it into the playoffs. Congratulations. Stats say you can start like 0-2, 0-3, 0-4, and still somehow make it, but it's very rare. The teams that end up winning, from the beginning.
Very few 6 seeds have ever done it.
Yeah, we're a good football team early, and then guess what? We become a great football team around Thanksgiving, and then we just get hot into the playoffs, and we stay healthier than everybody else.
That's the huge thing.
Which is what McVay's saying. Mm-hmm. McVay's saying, you see these guys we got, if we just get 2 a game, we are going to be able to show up.
I'm worried about them not conditioning after practice.
Yeah.
Man, because, I mean, that's different. That's the fourth quarter difference.
Too much time at the beach.
How do you feel about the Cowboys players doing that?
I mean, I like
joint practice in front of cameras, knowing it's going to be a conversation, player's decision. And I think Shotty brought up something about them understanding what conditioning is going to mean for this team this year. So this might be a part of their team mantra.
It's the culture, just like we were talking about with the Seahawks. This is, and you know it better than anybody. Like it comes from self-policing the leadership within the locker room because the coaches can tell you anything. And look, in New England, that was my first experience in the NFL. We conditioned after every training camp practice as a team. We never knew what that condition was going to be. Bill would just get out there and stand either 40 or 50 or wherever, and he would just stand there and blow the whistle. And there would be times where the strength coach would be like, you could tell he was looking at him like, hey, that's enough. This was before the catapults and the sports bra where everything's tracking everything and but you did feel, come week 6, come week 7, you felt that fourth quarter difference. When you're in the fourth quarter and you're looking across from a guy, you can tell he's gassed. That's you start to lose your fundamentals. You start to lose everything. So now it does start building here. You build that foundation, and then you go on. Obviously, everything else matters, but the conditioning is huge because once the season comes, now you got to get to the game. You're waking up sore all week. Training camp is when you kind of build that foundation, not only for yourself, but for your team.
You bringing up the Patriots and Bill Belichick reminds me of the Do Your Job documentary whenever you guys had a conditioning period and it was the hill or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, you're banking this for later.
Yep.
You're banking this for later. I'm like, man, that's a good I should have had that. Nobody ever phrased it like that to me.
Yeah.
And I've hated conditioning my whole life. Played soccer, a lot of soccer. So conditioning was always like, all right, I'm about to puke here. This, and I was always bigger, and I have potentially been, inhaling air with some smoke in it for a while, So conditioning was always problematic. Him phrasing it just as easy as you're banking this for later. It's like, whoa, that's a good mindset. That's a positive phrasing as opposed to, I want to see you die out here. That's a little different.
Like college.
Yeah, college. Man. I didn't think I was touching my knees. I think I was still touching the middle of my. I think I was on my thighs.
Grabbing the.
Yeah, I think I had a good play here. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
And it's been disproven.
Yeah, air actually, it's good down there or up here. Yeah, it turns
no,
out.
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't no air down there. Get up.
Yeah, there is air down there, it turns out.
Hands above your heads, open up the lungs,
boom.
McAfee.
Yeah, and I think that's what I said, actually. Get your hands off your knees. They're not. Thank you. There's no air down there anyways, asshole. Yeah. Then why does my whole body want to do this? All right, 10 more. Fuck. Thank you. Never, hey, you're banking this for later mentality. And that's why Belichick's the best.
Were you one of those guys that wanted to know exactly what the conditions were?
Afternoon run.
You guys are the worst.
I'm going afternoon run.
Afternoon?
Yeah, I'm going right in the middle of the day.
I got to be first.
Give me 105 degrees. I want to know exactly what we're doing.
No.
Yeah, I
don't want to know anything.
No, I'm
show
checking
up.
down.
Let's go. Put me through. Get through it. Don't ask me either. If you're in the afternoon, do not ask me.
I am counting down.
No, that's the worst.
I had to do a couple of the morning ones for whatever reason. Something was happening in the afternoon. And I remember just thinking, how stupid everybody was. Just, what? Do you do this every time? This is what I would say to you.
Oh, yeah.
You do this every time? How many of these have we got? Who knows, man?
What?
How am I?
Shut up. Get online.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. And then obviously you ask the question, you get mocked and ridiculed. It's fucking 7 a.m. about to vomit all over the place. I just like to know how much I need to not die for these first couple. Joining us now is a man who has been absolutely crushing it on the internet with the Baldy's breakdowns, making us all much better.
He did the early workouts for sure. Baldy.
No, he wanted to know. I think he wanted to know.
He wanted to know.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, 11-year NFL vet, currently at the Chiefs training camp, alongside Ian Rappaport. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Baldinger.
Hey.
Pat, it's good to have this maiden voyage with you here today after a sweat party out here in wherever we are in the middle of Missouri, man. St. Joseph's, Missouri.
Okay.
It was as humid as it was hot out here today, and so Andy Reid thanked me for bringing the humidity, and they got a good 2.5-hour work in today.
Okay, we're talking about conditioning right now with the Dallas Cowboys players choosing to run extra sprints after the joint practice with the Los Angeles Rams yesterday. That led us to a college conditioning conversation. I believe you went to Duke, huge brain. We don't know what the summer conditioning was. Did you want to know what the conditioning was, or did you go in blind?
I hated the uncertainty, Pat. We conditioned, when I was with the Cowboys and Tom Landry was our coach, we conditioned after every practice. But we knew what it was. So 8-1-10s. And I could still have nightmares at night, because if you were last, you ran more, and so you don't want to be last. And you don't want to jump off sides in a team drill, otherwise you're running after practice. I wanted to know what the conditioning was, and then mentally I could prepare for it.
Yeah, I think that's how 99.99999% of people that go through those workouts feel.
Yeah.
D-But's just a stud. I don't care is what D-But's
Gotta
is.
show up.
I don't care. I'll do it. Okay, let's talk about the Chiefs practice that you're at right there. Patrick Mahomes, obviously back ahead of schedule, looks incredibly healthy. Travis Kelce looks fast. How do we kind of feel about the old studs of the Kansas City Chiefs, the old firm, if you will?
Honestly, Pat, if you didn't know that Patrick Mahomes had his knee reconstruction, you would never know it. He took every first-team drill. He took so many snaps out there today, and he looks like Patrick Mahomes. He's hopping like that. The arm is still the arm. He can hit you from anywhere on the field, hit a number of deep shots to Travis today. He looked awesome. When he had to scramble in a certain drill, he scrambled. He eluded players, but he was accurate. It was like T-ball out here, Pat. He was just putting the ball right where it needed to be, time after time. Kenneth Walker looks like he's going to be a big addition out of the backfield. But Travis, I talked to him after practice. There was more than just the wedding this offseason. There was a conditioning level to him. There was a training program, and he said, really, into his 14th year here, he loves training camp. He loves coming here, isolating, doing nothing but ball, being around his teammates, and he looks like he's having a good camp right now.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of highlights. It feels like he is trying to look more explosive every rep. I feel like he has been questioned by a lot of people, saying his tooth is maybe the longest in the NFL.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying that type of stuff about him. And I know that he hears it. I think he appreciates it. And I think he utilizes it as motivation. And also he has the biggest star in the world that he's married to, who works her ass off and does, 3-hour shows. So I assume they have some sort of gym at the place.
Safe to assume.
Probably a full training facility.
Probably a couple gyms.
Think about all the stages that she probably has in different barns. He's probably sprinting up and down these stages, carrying fake Taylor Swifts up and down. I couldn't even imagine how in shape this guy is after watching what that wedding was. The attention to detail to that wedding, if it's with the house and the gym and the workouts, Travis might play for another 10 years in this thing. I'm excited for the Chiefs. We all are excited for the Chiefs. And are the Chiefs still the Chiefs? Is the Chiefs still the Chiefs is obviously the question. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Baldy, to that point, how has the rest of the team looked? I know a lot of people are talking about Rashee Rice and kind of pulling clips of him not looking great. Kelce and Mahomes, they're going to show up, but offensive line's been an issue. People are worried about the receiver room, defense as a whole. What is kind of your expectation? Should we assume, hey, Chiefs are going to be back in the AFC Championship, maybe Super Bowl, or is there going to be a little bit of growing pains here?
I think the offensive line has a chance to be very good. Josh Simmons going through all the training camp at left tackle. He looks healthy. He looks focused. His agent, Drew Ozenhouse, was here today. This Khalil Benson that came from the national champions at Indiana, he's competing at right guard, right tackle right now. Trey Smith back in there. Just talked to Creed Humphrey. I think this line has a chance to be very good. The running back room is completely new, with Kenneth Walker, 3 sticks, and Emmett Johnson, the rookie out of Nebraska, and DeMarcari from Arizona. It's a rebuilt running back room, and I think they want to get that running game, be something to be proud of. I think as long as you have Mahomes and Andy Reid joined at the hip and how they see the game, how they build game plans together, I have a feeling that they could get back to real prominence on the offensive side of the ball.
I hope so. I can't wait to watch it. Whenever they had a great run game, obviously they won all the way to the Super Bowl and won it. Patrick Mahomes wasn't asked to do much. Now, granted, we all believe that Patrick Mahomes is the young GOAT. We all have respect for him. This is the first time he's had a lot of people overlooking him and questioning him coming into a season. We're excited to see how he returns. He was running people over last year. Hopefully he's got that out of his system and he keeps rolling. But it's hard right now in the AFC. It is hard in the AFC right now. And that's why, obviously, the windows, when they're open, you got to take advantage. Speaking of a bunch of windows, go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Baldy, we're looking at the NFC North, and obviously the Lions and Packers as far as odds are at the top of there. I know you've been to both those camps. Not sure if you've been to Chicago or Minnesota yet. What are your thoughts on the North as a whole, and specifically those camps that you've been to? How are the vibes there?
Well, I saw the division winner from a year ago, the Chicago Bears at Hallis Hall, and they went through a 2.5-hour scrimmage. And Ben Johnson's just the definition of AI. He's just a machine. And the offense looked very, very good. Caleb looked awesome. Like, I think just watching him interact with new guys like Khalif Raymond, who's a speed demon, just interacting with the guys, like he's in a leadership role. They have some work to do on defense right now. They lost Kevin Byard, who led the league in interceptions. They lost Nashawn Wright. They lost Jaquan Brisker. And Kobe Bryant, who they picked up from Seattle, they were counting on, he looks like he's going to miss a big chunk of the season. So they've got some questions on defense. In Green Bay, Jordan Love looked tremendous. And Matt LaFleur is coaching this team the right way. He's not happy. He's one of those coaches that looks like he's ticked off every day in training camp. Like something's just, and he's just taking it out. He doesn't like players sitting on the sideline looking too comfortable, and so I feel like, they have a chance rebuilding their offensive line to be very good. We had Micah Parsons crash our set the other day with Stacey Dales, and he's telling us that the target date is the 6th game of the season on Sunday night against the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
And if they get him back on the 6th game of the season with Jonathan Gannon coaching that side of the ball, they could be a real player. And then Detroit, I was there the other day, and Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra, and it was great. They just lost their center. And they were really counting on the center because they really, honestly, Pat, they hadn't really recovered from the retirement of Frank Ragnow. They struggled last year at that position. They thought they upgraded it with Cade Mays, and now they got to find a suitable replacement in the middle of that offensive line. So they have a little bit of a question mark there, but the talent, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, the tight ends are all back healthy. They could be a very good offense.
Yeah, can the defense stop anybody? I hope so. Foxy, who's the center that you guys just picked up or putting in there for some reps?
He played for Ohio State and Alabama.
Seth McLaughlin.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's big, too.
By all accounts, sounds like he's a great player.
And in Alabama, he had a little situation with the Yips, and I think he just wanted somewhere new. Goes to Ohio State, becomes captain, becomes the entire thing. Like, I think he's a stud. I mean, obviously, it happens in the NFL on a regular basis. It's not a great way to get your first thing. Other guy's supposed to get, he gets hurt, but he could potentially be the next Frank Ragnow, who, remember, Baldy, did they roll him in or did they put him in a bag? I don't remember.
I think it might have been a bag.
They put him in a bag, Frank Ragnow last year, put him in a bag, walked him back into the building.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, he's playing.
Yeah.
The day before Thanksgiving.
Look, this is not cliche, Pat, but if your center isn't strong, your offensive line is not going to be good.
Agreed.
We just talked to the league's best in Creed Humphrey right here. Like, the center of that line for Patrick Mahomes is stout. It's strong. And when they lost Ragnow, they played a bunch of guys in there. They weren't very good. Jahmyr Gibbs still ran the ball because he's a home run hitter. But I feel like if they want to win the line of scrimmage with Penei Sewell going over to the left tackle right now, they've got to be good up front. And Jared Goff's a guy who's not going to run away from anybody. He wants to beat you from that postage stamp behind the center. They need to get that thing firmed up right now.
Okay, I appreciate how much respect you have for the offensive line. Those Baldy's breakdowns.
Oh, man.
Hey, they get me worked up, bro. You get me jacked up in there whenever you're breaking in. Pretty technologically advanced, too, the way you're savvy with it all.
Well, not just that, Pat. Like, I'm going to do punters this year on your behalf because I see legs. The punter's legs. Everybody's 6'5" now, Pat.
Yeah.
They're all tall. They all got these long levers. And there's these spirals that are coming off these feet watching these special team drills right now. Like, are we going to get to the stage where we're literally out-kicking our coverage? Like, the gunners can't get down
Baldy, if you're going to do breakdowns on punters, you need to know first things first. That's all a lie. You can't outkick good coverage.
What?
You can only
Get a new
outkick
gunner?
shit
Get a new
coverage.
gunner?
Yeah, if you have shitty coverage, you can outkick it. But if you have good coverage, there's no outkicking it. You're trying to flip a field. So I do appreciate people that aren't punters go, oh, yeah, I'll kick this coverage. It's like, well, you just gave an excuse to fucking 9 guys that aren't worth a damn. Okay, so let's blame the punter. Let's not do that because as somebody who has certainly outkicked his coverage, right, multiple different times, it's like there's a couple times where I've hit a low line or two, and then somebody just makes a big play for us, and it's like, hey, you just flipped the field 58 yards. It's like, yeah, but there's a chance that thing is a touchdown. So if you're going to break them down, let's make sure we're on the punter side here, okay, Baldy? We don't need more anti-punter shit.
Listen, I'm taking notes right now, Pat. Like, I'm taking notes. I'm going to file it.
Duke.
All right, it'll be out there in the next breakdown.
That's Duke. Yeah, I hear it in there. That's that Duke brain understanding it. But
It's
yes,
tumbling.
to your point, though, to your point about the punters, they're all massive. I mean, I was probably the shortest punter in the league whenever I was in the league. I would assume I was.
Oh, we're okay.
Yeah, you're back. Baldy, you're back. You lost a little service. We're out there in the
we're good.
Elements office. This is what it's like being at training camp. Speaking of training camps, everybody's trying to get to the same place. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, Pat mentioned those Baldy breakdowns too. Those inspired me to put some breakdowns on the net, seeing those mangled fingers going in there breaking down. Absolutely love it. But going to ask you, because of that and because you've been boots on the ground in a lot of these camps, you mentioned the Bears.
Oh, my God.
There we go. There we go. What team, I guess, player or coach are you kind of higher on than, the average fan or analyst right now going into this season?
Well, I think that, if you look at one of the biggest trades we've ever seen was Myles Garrett to L.A., in essence, for Jared Verse. Like, Jared Verse is a stud, and he's going to have a monster year in Cleveland. Now, he's not Myles Garrett. Nobody else is. But I would say just watch out for the year Jared Verse has. First of all, he's embraced the trade. He's an Ohio kid. He's in Cleveland. It's not the greatest situation, but you wouldn't know it talking to him. Like, just watching that kid work, like, he's going to have a monster year in Cleveland. That's just one guy right now, but I feel like, it's a guy that probably got overlooked because of the trade.
Got into a fight with a guy he was mentoring just a week beforehand. Love that type of Feno, I believe, is who he got into it there. Okay, we can't talk about Cleveland without talking about the quarterback situation. What are your thoughts on it? We, as humans that have been in the league, see $230 million guaranteed to a guy. If he can get onto a football field, the owner's probably going to force him to be a starter. But that has not been the conversation at all. Todd Monken has come out and said, hey, this is a competition. And then it was also revealed that Todd Monken was the one in Baltimore that wanted to draft Shedeur. So he's a big fan of Shedeur. So with all that being said, how do you see this working out? And what are your thoughts on where Cleveland is at in Todd's first year?
Yeah, I was in Cleveland last week, Pat, and it was Shedeur Sanders' day. They've been rotating days back and forth. So Shedeur took all the number one reps when I was there. He looked good. This Boston kid that they drafted out of Washington looked really, really good. I think he's been elevated to the first team already. What Todd Monken wants is he wants the quarterbacks to decide it. He doesn't want to have to make the decision himself. The play of the quarterback should determine. The players are going to know who's the best quarterback, the best option for the team is. You can't lie to your team. And so he wants the quarterbacks. One guy's going to get, the first team reps in the first preseason game. Second guy will, get the second preseason game. They've rebuilt the offensive line, so the line is trying to figure it out and get together. You always want to see the starting quarterback have a chance with the starting offensive line, and that's something to be determined as they build this offensive line with George Warhop and Bobby Johnson, the offensive line coaches.
Yeah, I like Todd Monken, the way he's handling it all. I'm excited to see Cleveland maybe have success.
Yeah.
Maybe have success over there. It would be fun for their team. Obviously, new stadium coming in. I got a chance to fly over where that's going to be. That's going to be a gigantic. I mean, that is going to be a huge thing. They're obviously not happy that it's being covered, but I think the amount of shit that's about to come through Cleveland is going to be gigantic. Maybe it's their time. Daniel Oyefusi reported that the Browns, did I get that right?
Oh, yeah.
Oye or Oye? We had him on last week.
Yeah, we did.
I think you said it last week. He said it was good.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to, in real time, because he just tweeted. He said Todd Monken will tell Deshaun or Shedeur who will be starting after the Bears practice. So maybe we get a little bit of information to overreact to. What does that mean for the regular season? I mean, who knows when it's all said and done. Good luck to Cleveland. Okay, last question here, Baldy. August 12th, 2026. Who's winning the Super Bowl?
Whoa.
I mean, everybody else, how are the Rams going to lose it right now? How do the Rams
How do they lose a game, Baldy? How do they lose a game? And Seattle's sitting there.
like everybody wants to talk about Aaron Donald, and that maybe that happens, and maybe Superman sets a new sack record this year, and maybe Matt Stafford's the MVP of the league, and all of that. But like, you can't overlook what they did with Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson, what Kobe Turner has done. Like, they've got so many good players. They filled their holes in special teams in that corner, and then you added these studs on the defensive line. Like, how? I don't know how they lose it right now.
Hey, Baldy, I went through their schedule a couple of times on my phone, and I was like, let's say Aaron Donald's playing, because it seems like that is what's happening. It's like, okay, who's moving against them? Who's going to move? Sam Darnold going to be able to move against them? It's like, well, they have been able in the past. Kubiak's gone, though. So, like, what's that going to look like?
True.
I like Seattle, but they got a whole new thing going, especially with their OC leaving. And then you start looking on the NFC side, it's like Green Bay. I guess Green Bay could be a team that could go on a run. Minnesota Vikings announced who their starting quarterback is. You talk about Todd Monken wanting Shador and Deshaun to decide it. How'd you feel about KOC coming out? Seemingly, it's been 50-50 in saying that Kyler's the starter. That's for the locker room, right? He's saying that for the locker room, or is he saying that for everybody, you think?
No, I think he's saying for everybody. Because honestly, the talent that made Kyler Murray the first pick in the draft is still a talent. His arm is elite. His accuracy is elite. He's in an organization that's infinitely better than any team he played on in Arizona. To have the receivers he has, a veteran offensive line, Aaron Jones behind him, a play caller in KOC, like, this is a great situation. So make this statement now. Let him take all the number one reps the way we saw Mahomes do today. Let him start building the camaraderie with these guys, and let him start figuring it out. Like, this is going to be a great situation. The contract is so favorable right here. He can play himself into a huge contract and in a great situation on a team that, with Brian Flores calling defense, like, this could be a very good situation in Minnesota with Kyler Murray.
We cannot wait to watch Kyler Murray, because I think only the bangers survive in my brain for Kyler Murray. So I only think about him running 450 yards in one play and then scoring the 2-point conversion or whatever, or scrambling to his left, crossbody out to the right sideline, hovering across because his arm is outrageous. Remember, only guy ever in the history of sport, which we love.
Sport.
To be top 10 in MLB and NFL draft. I mean, that is the right arm that this kid has. So, in a Kevin O'Connell offense, you would assume
Justin Jefferson.
You would assume
Jordan Addison.
You would assume
PJ Hawk.
You would assume Aaron Jones. You would assume that Kevin O'Connell can find where he can And you're seeing these highlights, and obviously there's lowlights too that have come from Kyler Murray's football play. Okay, that has certainly been the case. We have seen lowlights. We haven't seen the Arizona Cardinals go win a Super Bowl, anything close to it. Okay, so but it's hard for me not to get excited about him throwing one of those 30-yard lasers.
And if it takes some time, B-Flow is one of the best DCs in the league.
Actually. Oh, no. Is Minnesota about to just...
It's a huge year for KOC in Minnesota.
Yeah, they better win.
What do you mean?
Huge year.
Without a doubt.
They better win.
What do you mean? If they don't win, you think...
I think there's a chance, yeah.
No. All right, we hope not. Baldy, we appreciate the hell out of you, man. Great to chat with you.
Love it, Pat. Yeah, talk to you soon, buddy.
Yeah, I hope so, ladies and gentlemen. That's Brian Bowman.
All day.
How about that finger?
Oh, my God.
Pretty crazy.
Baldy's awesome.
Dude, back in the day, 11 years in the NFL.
Thing takes a left.
Boom. That's what he does. Boom. Then guy jukes. That just goes sideways, and then he looks at it. Man, I guess I'm not going to fix that ever. Now he's just a 9-fingered, hoping that the ring finger doesn't go.
Yeah.
Well, buddy tape.
That says, no, I don't think he did that, right? Because I think that does straighten it a little bit. That thing, he had to just look at it.
Whatever.
Forever. Just going to leave it. Because I think they try to pop that. I think, from my understanding, if it's that way, you just looked at it and say, it's done forever. I got 9 fingers now. Yep. It's good for breakdowns.
Respect.
Can't get somebody going sideways. Hour 2 on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice.
We have an opportunity to give away $75,000 to a kid named Daniel Villasenor.
Absolutely.
You're a sophomore, correct?
Yeah.
What is your major?
Civil engineering.
Okay, so what's that mean? What is civil engineering?
I don't really know.
Have you ever kicked a ball before?
I have.
When? Were you a soccer player?
Soccer player, yeah.
Okay, how were you at kicking soccer balls? Pretty good?
I was okay. I was good.
Have you ever said anything negative about football kickers?
Maybe once or twice.
Daniel! Damn, Daniel! We don't need that! You make a field goal here from 33 yards uphill. You're the civil engineer. You'd have to tell me, I think it's about a 40-yard kick. If you're able to do that, we will give you $75,000.
All right.
He's got no laces.
Yeah, what do we got going here? Can we get a shot of shoes?
What time?
Hey, a shot of the shoes.
Daniel showed up in his Vans with no laces. What time did you get here for this?
About 11:40 last night.
You need a lot of power.
Good luck, Daniel.
I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. Wait a second.
Just like everything this morning, that was a surprise. We did not expect that.
Let's go. We got to do
one more kick for $100,000.
You got this, dude.
Let's go. How about this, Daniel? How about this, Daniel? Not only is this one for $100,000, if you make it, we'll add another $100,000 to the $500,000 donation we're about to make from College Game Day to the hurricane relief. It could be $600,000 if you make this, with $100,000 going into your pocket. Daniel, this is bigger than you. Let's make a kick, bro.
Way to overcome the shoes here. That was a heck of an effort. Come on, you got this.
In Berkeley, California.
You got it.
Oh! Let's go. Proud of you, buddy. Hell yeah.
Great job.
Damn, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. All right.
What just happened?
Are you kidding me?
It's fun, man. 11:40 he was there.
I know. $600,000 to hurricane relief. $100,000 to Daniel. What a morning in Berkeley.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers,
You pig.
damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the DraftKings Thunderdome. On this, whoa, is that another storm out there? Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. Hour 2 of the program begins now. Football! It's getting spooky outside. We hope that you all are safe and having an incredible afternoon here, or morning, wherever the hell you may, or night, I guess, wherever you watch. Is an international program, and the entire world is feasting upon these highlights or lowlights coming out of these joint practices, because it does feel as if NFL football is all the way back. What a special time of year. What a special time to be alive. We appreciate you all so much for allowing us to do this for a living, and we appreciate these lads who are out there thumping and bumping and grinding and pounding.
Hell yeah.
Themselves and sharpening the iron from the other iron.
Yes, it does.
To potentially become Super Bowl champions.
That's right.
It's a long road till February
14th.
over there in Los Angeles on ESPN.
Valentine's Day this year.
And we love
football.
And we love football. The Talk Stable's here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Buthers here.
Yes, sir.
Sweet. You look sweet.
You too, brother.
Hey, we got a big second hour coming here.
Huge.
Big second hour. Listen, Cam Hazard. Okay? Hazardous dunks.
Heard of him?
Cam Hazard?
Not of the Dukes.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah, Cam Hazard. Hazardous dunks from Shaq's Dunkman World Championships that are taking place. Hi. Boom. He's live in the Thunderdome.
Hell,
What?
okay.
He'll be attempting a Thunderdome world record. It might be a Thunderdome world record for best dunk ever completed here. Has to be first attempt on dunk. Okay? It has to be first attempt on dunk. We're not doing a whole, he's trying it 5-6 times.
Sure.
So he needs to hear this, I think, live in real time. He's hearing this. We need multiple attempts, okay? First time will be the only time. I got nothing but faith in him. I told him, I'm like, hey, man, we only got like concrete underneath here. This isn't like a real gym floor. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Super positive. I'm like,
love it.
All right, I love it. Yeah. I mean, there's something special coming, we believe. Freak Show athlete is here. We cannot wait to see what he does. That'll be 1:40 Eastern as a Thunderdome world record will be attempted. Cannot wait to follow along with that. We also have potentially Kirk Herbstreit joining us.
Okay.
Kirky.
We'll see how Kirk feels right now about the state of college ball. Also, the NFL right around the corner. And in just a few moments, Ramona Shelbourne.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Joining us now, live from Attica, Ohio, ladies and gentlemen, is a college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk.
Yeah.
How you doing, Hawko?
I'm doing great. I love to see Gumpy last night. Had a good time. It's just amazing seeing him front row, front and center, man. It's good to see Gump.
Gumpy's the American dream, brother. From ship painting, obviously, to front row at the Patriot game.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, I'll tell you, I did not expect. Okay, I guess I should have. This is just like World Cup, man. All right, people need to. Maybe I need to do a little bit more research. I showed up there, tank top, caw. Remember? Mm-hmm. Caw. That's what it was, a big eagle.
Yep.
And it said caw across the bottom. And I had a USA hat on. Okay, then all of a sudden I was invited to go to places, and I get down in there. Everybody's really nicely dressed. I didn't know that happens at these sporting events. Last night, Patriot games, high schoolers going through fitness challenges and tests to see if they can become champion to win $125,000 in scholarships. One boy, one girl. Unbelievable stuff. I didn't, everybody was really nice dressed around us, and I guess my backwards hat certainly caused a little chaos, I guess, out there. My head's too big to really wear a hat forwards, I will say, but I do appreciate that I maybe should have had something a little nice, but I was at the Patriot game.
Come on.
And nobody's talking about it. Air Force Ones. USA Air Force Ones.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody's talking about the USA Air Force.
Was the hat USA too?
Yeah, Team USA Baseball.
So
Team USA Baseball.
Shout out Zero.
I was there to celebrate these United States high schoolers. Now, after we start watching this, I immediately, as the person I am, I'm like, I got 1,000 ideas for this thing. Oh my God, we need old Mech over here.
Yep.
We need the aggro crag back here. We need pull up, and then also we need to take this thing on tour to make sure we're getting all the right high schoolers to be in this thing. So, like, the future of what these can become, I am such a huge fan of, and the initiative. And I'll tell you what, I think there's a lot of powerful people that are wanting this to succeed as well, and I'm a fan of that. The NFL Play 60 thing, that was a big push for a long time. I was so confused on why that was an initiative. They're like, we got to tell these kids to play for 60 minutes a day. I'm like, 60 minutes a day? What else are they doing? And it's like, well, there's a lot of distractions now. You got you got your iPhone, you got your iPad. Obviously, there's many other options to do. The kids aren't even riding bikes anymore. They're on e-bikes. It's like they're telling people to be active for 60 minutes. We might as well tell them 12 hours to be. And I was like, that was a shock to me that was happening. Now it's only even gotten, I think, more so. So anything that's promoting competition, fitness, activity for the next generation, I'm about it. And I'm a huge fan of this concept and theory, and I think it's going to be gigantic. Shout out to Mr. President for the hospitality and also being a driving force for this entire event to happen. I was fortunate to kind of hear the behind-the-scenes stories about how this all came together and why this came together. It's like, I think this thing has a chance to be 10, 20, 30, 100 years of something special, and it was cool to be a part of, AJ, over there in the great state of Ohio.
Yeah, it was. It was cool to see the whole situation. Also, I think you may have been worried that it looked like you pissed your pants. It did not. Even walking in, it didn't look like you peed your pants, even though I know you were completely soaking wet standing out in the rain.
Drenched. Yeah. And I thought to myself, oh, they'll probably have like a change of clothes at this thing. For the president.
Sure.
There's probably a change of clothes,
There's going to be a wardrobe there?
I didn't know. I didn't know if I could buy merch. I was going to buy merch maybe.
There you go. Yeah.
Is there? I was drenched, man. Obviously, it was really coming down. It was really coming down out there. And
where was Gump storing this?
Gumps was standing either under a wing.
They were searching him.
Gump was either under the wing or not. So I go to Marine One.
Yeah. The helicopter?
Yes. Incredible helicopter. Unbelievable setup in there.
I bet.
It's a plane.
That's the best.
A couple oorahs up there in the front also. A couple dogs, Sergeant, Major up there. It was incredible. As I'm doing that, I guess, what you don't see on camera is Gumpy sprinting to an Osprey plane helicopter thing.
Yep, those are awesome.
On the other side. He gets in with the entire...
Oh, yeah.
Strapped in. Okay, he's in an Osprey helicopter. There's 4 of those, okay, that are tailing the Marine One helicopter. And I'm sitting in there, okay, President of the United States is right here. We're just, his entire staff. I believe there's some pretty important things in there, okay?
Safe to assume.
Right behind him, I think. I gave a little...
Just in case.
Pretty powerful.
We got in there.
Yeah,
It's in there.
that seems like whatever it is. Just conversation, you know, trying to like figure it all out, what's all going on. Look out the window, you see Gumpy and his Osprey, you know, just flying right by us over.
He's on the turret.
It was an insane.
Did I see the back of the Osprey was open?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so he was ready to jump
Whole
up.
time.
Yeah,
It was so sick.
They told him, they said, you're going to want to wear headphones. It gets loud in here or whatever. You're going to want to wear, and Gumpy, you know, like, oh, I don't want to be a bother.
Right,
I don't want to be a
pal.
bother. You know, you don't need to give that to me. That thing starts out. He's outside, literally sitting right next to those choppers pretty much. Heck, puts the headphones on, has a strap in. I'm like, Gumpy's maybe going to the U.S. military right now. Love that that's happening. But it's a cool initiative that I think a lot of people that have a lot of say are behind. Like the head of Disney being there is gigantic. Josh D'Amaro, he obviously just got named the head of Disney within the last year. So everything that he's doing for the first time is kind of a big precedent-setting thing. Feels like he is a big fan of sports and big fan of like fitness. I love the chance to get to chat with him. I love what he's about. Obviously, he's an incredible suit as well. He's the head of Disney. I mean, the last one, the Bob father, is now an owner of the Lakers. He's considered like the greatest suit in the history of suits with what he's been able to do with Disney. It's like Josh, certainly a talented suit and executive and everything like that, but he's a sports person. He's a fitness person, kids, sports people, fitness people. So I think this is a huge, I think in his eyes, he's seeing the same thing that I'm thinking, like, hey, this could be good for the years, generations potentially, especially if we spotlight and make it bigger. So I was honored to be a part of last night. Like actually, I felt like that was the beginning of something big. Boy, people said some mean stuff to me, AJ. They said some mean stuff.
Are you surprised? I mean, come on now.
Dude, I guess not. But that is, you know, it is fascinating. You know, it's very fascinating how that just automatically is just assumed that that's how it's going to.
Wow, that's real?
Hell
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It shook the camera.
I mean, you could have
coming to you
last night if it was.
We lost
Oh,
camera
yeah.
3 for a second right there.
The Thunderdome.
It hasn't stopped here.
What's that, buddy?
It hasn't stopped
Hasn't
here.
stopped here.
Thunder,
More
lightning
coming.
all the time.
Well,
huge rain.
Here to you, right? I mean, this is normally
Yeah.
what happens.
We usually get it a little after you. Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday it was crazy. Anytime a pilot goes on, hey, going to be a little bit of a gnarly ride here. So,
Gnarly.
I was like, okay, gnarly.
Supposed to get worse.
Good
It
description.
is supposed to get worse, yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
We're kind of just in it till 5 o'clock at least, and then it's supposed to maybe dissipate a tiny bit, and then we'll come back tonight.
All right, so if this screen goes completely black and we lose audio, could be people mad about last night.
Could be.
Could also be storm.
Could be.
And what we'd like to say is just know that if it goes pitch black there, we will always be promoting future generations being active and getting into sports and fitness. Just know that. You can put that on the you can put that on the ticker forever. I'm a big fan of that. I love that. I'm very thankful for sports. I'm very thankful that I was taught at a young age, like, hey, you can get in shape, you can take care of your body. This is how you go about doing it. I think sports, fitness, and opportunities provide that. So I will continue to pound that drum, especially if it's going to be something that could potentially be nationwide with every single high schooler. D-Butt was a little confused on who all was there.
Yeah. What kind of? He said he had ideas. I'm very, very curious.
I mean,
what
you
those
spend a lot of time.
ideas could be.
You spend a lot of time in locker rooms. You've seen a lot of athletes, AJ, across the country.
Yeah.
I'd say. I think.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm not sure what you're saying.
Those people might be doing their sport though. Like if this thing.
Where were the black kids?
Whoa!
Huh? Where were they? I didn't see them.
That's what you meant.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I mean, reservations.
okay.
I mean, I'm in South Florida. We got hard right.
We don't have all the answers.
I don't see those.
Tribal nation.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
tribal
Where were the tryouts?
that?
I gotta see
We
the
don't
tryouts.
know.
Hey, I want
How
to
do you get in? How do you sign
It was the
up?
finals, baby.
D-Butt,
Just-
I would like to let you know,
Show up. The family guys skip you show up.
as I was walking,
Yep. All right.
as I was walking in that parade at the beginning.
How old?
14 to
This
17.
kid's at puberty yet? I don't know. I got a lot of questions.
I'm walking in that parade. This is my first time having eyes on anything. Okay,
got a lot of questions.
The first time seeing anything. Look, I'm even in the middle. Okay, all right. Then I turn around and I see all the kids. I'm like, oh, Fascinating. Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued about. Okay, all right.
You talk to these kids? So you can confirm these are real kids?
Real kids, yes. All of them very nice.
Come on.
They all have great stories, obviously.
Hey,
They're all
ask
very
questions
enthusiastic.
these days.
It felt like it was kind of also a good summer camp for them. They obviously had friends that were competing or behind them, But I did think immediately as I was walking up there, because I think this would be so cool for me if I could do this. When I was in high school, this would have been something that would have been gigantic for me and my family. This would have been an opportunity for me to be able to showcase my eclectic athleticism.
There you go.
For money as a high schooler.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a huge thing for me. So as I was looking around, I was starting to think like, I don't see any me's really here. And then I thought to myself, there's going to be a lot of people thinking that as I was looking around, which then I immediately go, we got to get this thing.
I don't see Pat. You see AJ Hart. You see Cam Hazard out there. I don't know.
Rockwell was a dog, all right?
Yeah, wait till you
Sure.
see. Whoa. Wait, no spoilers. No spoilers.
Jeez.
But we do need to make sure that becomes.
Guess I'm not going to watch tomorrow. Thanks, Gump.
No, it's on ABC.
It was on last night.
It's on ABC tomorrow.
Oh, no, yeah, my ESPN gimmick. It was storming out here, so it couldn't connect.
Thanks a lot, D-Butts.
As long as you have internet. Gumpy's sitting up there with the president of Disney, ABC, ESPN, and the United States of America.
Tried to find it, couldn't find it.
And your internet just couldn't do. Okay. Anyways, on that note, we do need to make sure that that becomes a very well, which once again, exactly kind of to the point of all this, we think this could be a very cool thing for everybody. So I'm certainly a supporter. Now, speaking of being a supporter, there are people out there that would like to earn other people's support by paying $12.5 billion for the Los Angeles Lakers. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is the person that broke the news this morning as Kushner and Iger by the Lakers from a guy that just bought it last year for $12.5 billion. Bob Iger, former head of Disney, now owner of Lakers, the one who broke the news, who went through the NBA Finals with 2 sprained ankles.
That's right.
Yeah.
Still on the court, ladies and gentlemen, Ramon Shelbourne.
Yeah.
2 sprains.
Dog.
You saw me hobbling around the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
not a pretty sight.
No, I saw you toughing it out.
Yeah,
it wasn't hobbling.
There you
It was a wow. That lady sprained both of her. She Carson Wentz'd. Both of her ankles were sprained, and you were still out there on the court in the back.
It was the Knicks.
Yeah,
it was the Knicks.
I understand.
Right? This wasn't just any NBA Finals. Sure. This was the Knicks.
Yeah, but we think you would have done it for anybody, Ramon, because you're an absolute dog. Now, let's continue to move forward about a big move that you broke today. This is huge. Obviously for all of sports, but definitely the NBA. One of the most storied franchises now sells for $12.5 billion in Los Angeles. This came about pretty quickly. Is that what we're reading and learning? And did you expect or anybody expect this was a possibility?
Yeah, I got a tip on this last night, real late last night, LA time. I think the agreement just closed right around when I got a tip and stuff. And it was, somebody called me and said, "Are you sitting down?" I said, "Okay, should I?" And I didn't know if it was true. At the time, it took me kind of all night to confirm it. And obviously this morning, we were able to report it. And it was, Pat, I mean, my mind is still a little blown here. Like, this is a lot of money, but not even just the money. It's how fast this closed. From what I understand, Iger and Josh Kushner were in the expansion process, trying to bid on the Vegas team. Those talks are going nuts right now. I think the number for the Vegas expansion team is climbing close to what Mark Walter paid for the Lakers back last year, which was $10 billion. Jeez. And at some point, these two guys are pretty smart and they go, well, why would we buy an expansion team for 10 and then have to spend another 2.5 to build the stadium in Vegas without at least calling Mark Walter and seeing if we could buy the Lakers for 12.5, right? So on Sunday, from what I understand, Mark Walter got a call from, I believe it was Josh, but it might have been Bob. It was this group, okay? And just said, are you open to this possibility? And Mark wasn't really looking to sell, but he had to think about it. And he had a day to decide. And then they got to work on the agreement. And it all wrapped up since Sunday. I mean, nobody knew. Like, everyone I called trying to confirm this was like, this all just happened really fast. And I think we're all making sense of what this means for the Lakers going forward. Mark had just put in all these Dodger guys. They had just hired all these people. And from what I understand, all those people, it's going to be business as usual until this sale closes. The NBA will have to vote on it. They'll have to approve them as owners. But there is a sale agreement in place right now, and it's for Mark Walters' shares. So the Buss family still has a minority stake in this team. What does that mean for them? We're still figuring it all out.
Okay, so thank you for all the information and for the journalism, as we have a $12.5 billion deal with one of the largest sports franchises in the world. Bob Iger, one of the greatest deal makers of all time. I think that is why he became, who he became at Disney. Ramona saying yes. I would say he would be argued as one of the greatest deal makers to ever exist. Kushner, obviously incredibly successful, and I assume he would have to be a good deal maker. They put a deadline on him, right? Didn't they say, hey, you got till like this time to figure this out? But once you start piecing the numbers together, $10 billion for the Vegas team, got to build a franchise, got to build a brand, got to build an arena, got to build everything. Plus expansion draft, who knows who the hell we're going to end up with. We got Luka in LA with the Lakers. We don't own the arena. Okay, we don't own the arena, but if it's going to cost us $10 billion to try to build a brand, $12.5 billion does make a lot of sense if you just have an extra $2.5 billion sitting around.
Sure, crazy.
Which leads to who's the money behind this? Kushner's the money behind this. Do we know how this has to operate?
So he owns a company called Thrive Capital, which is a big fund right now. But they started something in May called Thrive Eternal, which is a kind of a separate fund that, in this era of AI and all that, they want to invest in eternal type brands and legacy brands. Their first investment was a minority share of the San Francisco Giants. And this one is obviously quite a bit bigger. This is, we had this conversation when Mark bought the team. How could it be worth $10 billion? Well, all around the world, I think you can name the Dodgers, the Lakers, the Knicks, maybe the Patriots now, maybe around the world, not
Yankees.
just Yankees. I think there's five or six big teams like this. Maybe the Golden State Warriors at this point.
Cowboys.
They actually own their arena.
Dallas Cowboys, Pittsburgh Riverhounds,
Cowboys,
Bruins.
Into Miami.
but I think, look, it's the brand. And this is, if you're Mark Walter, there is this federal investigation that he's been under for the last year or so. I think this predates even his buying of the Lakers. That this is not connected to that, but it obviously was in the background of all of this. This is not Mark looking to sell, but this was two smart guys who said we should place a call. And Josh has a house in Malibu, I think. Bob lives here in Los Angeles. These are huge sports fans. Even though he was technically our boss, right, Pat? He was all of our bosses. I met him when he was a courtside season ticket holder with the LA Clippers. He's a huge sports fan.
Yes.
He tried to help bring the NFL to Los Angeles a few years ago. Remember, he was involved with that Carson group that was trying to bring the Chargers and Raiders here. Yeah. So he's had an interest in this, and obviously he's got time now. He retired at Disney.
He had a cheese sculpture, I do believe, of Lombardi in his office, if I'm remembering accurately, right?
You did say that, yes.
Yes, he that's like right as soon as he walks in. He has there's like a Rodgers jersey, I believe, or like right here is huge Green Bay Packers fan. Then there was a cheese statue of Lombardi there in his office. Yeah, so he definitely loves sports. He was a Clippers guy. Yeah, he was a Clippers guy. I think it's going to be pretty easy for him to go ahead and bop over to the Lakers. I'm very surprised that some other guy who has season tickets to the Lakers didn't figure out a way to do this.
Who's that?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You might be looking at that Vegas team.
Ari Gold might be trying to move into, because I paid $5,000 a ticket. I'll put up a 3 if I want to. That actually probably happened straight out of Entourage. This is a big deal. Now, let's talk. Luka put out a tweet, of course, saying, hey, I could deal with changes. D-Bud has a question for you.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, it's 2 sales in less than 2 years. Have you spoke to any of the players or people that are in front office positions in that Lakers organization since this last sale?
I think they found out about when I found out. Like, I don't think nobody had really looped everybody in. This happened so fast. I think everybody's just making sense of it now. Like, it all happened fast. They all are this morning, they know, and everybody's wrapping their head around it. But because of how fast this went down, nobody has any idea what this means yet. Like, I've checked in over at the Lakers. They just hired a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So those people, it's business as usual until this sale closes. There's a board of governors meeting next month. I guess it could close as soon as that. You asked about the money earlier. Clearly they had their financials in order because they were in the expansion process. So if you're already bidding on the expansion process, you got the money lined up, and so they've already been vetted to some extent by the NBA if they're this far down the road in that expansion with Vegas. But I also think if you're the rest of the NBA, we all thought the 2 expansion franchises, what, 6-8 billion? I think it's going to be more than that, from what I understand. And jeez, everybody gets a cut of that. And when Vegas is pretty much an LA market. Like when the Lakers play a preseason game, they're all Laker fans there, and so this is now LA. Being, why buy Vegas when you can buy LA, when you can buy an established team and brand with a superstar that's in place for basically the same amount of money that they were going to have to go for in Vegas.
Yeah, very smart move by Bob and Josh. I mean, that's probably going to happen going forward, if I had to guess. And Bob's got so many relationships internationally, business-wise. Not that Kushner doesn't, from our understanding. But yes, I would assume the Lakers are about to become international. We're going on tour, especially with Luka.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You get rid of LeBron, and then the team
Luka's
sells for
wow.
12.5. And now Luka is kind of the unbelievable stuff. We appreciate your reporting.
You got it, Pat.
Ramona Shelburne.
Yeah, Ramona.
Senior writer for ESPN. Got a tip late last night that it was happening.
It's insane.
I kind of heard as they were signing how much money? $12.5 billion.
LeBron knew.
Shams must be kicking himself.
You think he left because of the sale?
Oh,
he's had enough of this shit.
I forgot about Shams.
Who is the owner of the 76ers?
Fanatics.
Oh, no, now.
Is it Fanatics?
No,
he had to get out of it.
Yeah, he had to get
Josh
out of
Harris?
it. Josh
Oh, is it
Harris.
Josh?
Yeah.
Commander.
Well, didn't
Think
Josh,
that
because he
group?
went to the
I thought he had to
Commanders,
get
right?
out,
Yeah, I
too.
thought he had to get out too.
Not sure, though.
Because he went to the Commanders.
I thought they both sold. Yeah, I don't know who the owner is.
That's a great question.
Harris Blitzer. So that's Josh Harris. Yeah, Josh Harris.
Oh, Josh Harris. So he goes NBA and NFL.
Good
They
move.
have another league, too.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. These owners. Think about the NFL teams now. The Lakers are worth how much?
Yep.
$12.5 billion.
What should say?
We want 40. The next team's going to
Yeah, no shit. Actually, and then somebody said, well, that makes the Dallas Cowboys worth like 16, 15. It's like, you think if the Dallas Cowboys went up for sale, they wouldn't be able to get 25, probably 20, $25 billion, $30 billion?
What would Jeff Bezos pay for the Cowboys, you think?
You know, he hasn't really got involved, right?
No, he has
not in NFL.
There's been a couple times where he could have. He wants the rights, I think, to be able to show the games. I think if he was to buy a team, I wonder if that would conflict with that.
Yeah. So for this purpose, I
let's
guess
say Elon Musk.
Elon would
let's say
be
Elon
yeah.
wanted a team just out of nowhere.
Oh.
Just Elon wants a team. Stadium's going to be outrageous. They might have 175,000 person stadium.
Yeah.
Okay?
Best Wi-Fi in the league.
It's going to be built in 14 days somehow. You know, flamethrowers for everybody, obviously.
Imagine that Jumbotron.
We're running out of people who can buy teams.
What do you mean?
There's not a lot of people, in the world worth that much money.
Well, see, actually, that's a huge part of the conversation in society right now is that there's more people that are getting that amount of money, but not nearly enough people are able to get that amount of money. And do you need that amount of money for anything other than trying to buy a professional sports team? That's kind of the conversation and all this stuff. We would like to let everybody know on the record, we would like to be able to buy sports teams.
That'd be cool.
We would like to be able to do that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But I don't think we're ever going to be able to do that. But
Seems the venture capital. It's the only route it seems going forward. Funds, hedge funds. What's Thrive?
Yeah, Thrive Capital.
Yeah, Thrive Capital.
I mean, it's got nostalgic brands.
The Yankees, the Yankees just sold to a portion to a private equity, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. They get a seat on the board. I don't know if the Steinbrenners actually sold anything, but they got like a $2.5 billion cash infusion.
Giants.
You remember when the NFL opened up a spot, you could sell 10% of your company to private equity if you would. They never let that before, or foreign money. If you guys want to take a massive payday from some group of trillionaires, you're allowed to do that right now. And then 5 of them were like, sale.
Got it.
Bam, bam. Give me $400 million. Yep, $350 million. Let's go ahead and do that. Crazy business this sports world is. Lucky to be a part of it, obviously. Up and to the right whenever the ratings are what they are. Now, let's talk about some of these teams that are getting after it, AJ. Nick Bosa is considered week to week with that tendonitis. 49ers and Titans are practicing together. 4 fights yesterday. So is Bosa week to week because they know that Salah's bringing a bunch of scrappers into town? Or is he week to week because whenever we saw him walk and run yesterday in the video clip that was shown from practice, he looked like he was not 100%.
No.
Rappaport told us that's a mental thing. Now we're learning tendonitis. I think that naturally comes after a lot of surgeries, AJ. As I'm somebody who has tendonitis and arthritis in my knees and everything like that. AJ obviously will be able to speak to this as well. Is this just new normal for Bosa, or what are you thinking here for him?
I don't know. I mean, it sounded like Rapshi was saying like it takes a while for people coming off an ACL to trust it to go make those cuts and plant and do all that stuff. And that's a mental hurdle. That doesn't sound like what Nick Bosa is going through. See, like tendonitis and arthritis, someone's gonna have to tell me the difference between the two. Arthritis comes when all my cartilage is worn down to my knee and it just grinds bone on bone. That's arthritis. Tendonitis is a bit different. I don't know exactly how to describe what tendonitis would be, but I feel like it's something that can continue to come back. So hopefully they're just trying, like you said, if someone pulls a groin, you got to get 100% before you come back fully. Hopefully that's what they're doing with Bosa. But, yeah, I mean, I think this is his second ACL. Do we know if it's the same knee he tore twice? I'm not sure.
Anytime you open up and do surgery, there's a chance, for some stuff to do different. Go ahead, Tone.
Arthritis affects the joint itself by breaking down cartilage or causing internal joint inflammation. Tendonitis affects the soft tissue, meaning it's a swelling or irritation of the thick cords connecting the muscle to the bone.
Okay, so maybe they'll be able to anti-inflammatory the hell out of that thing and get it down. Right? That's what we're thinking.
And manage it throughout the season. Obviously, as you're getting older, that happens all the time with players, especially coming off injury.
Is he going to be the same guy, though?
Yeah, and I know it doesn't help. That substation right next door.
Yeah, substation's going. Tendonitis, my favorite.
Maybe they should build have you seen the thing they built over Chernobyl? I forget what it's called, to encase the whole thing. Maybe they do that to the practice field. So all the electromagnetic waves.
Force field?
I tried to watch the show on that. It was too dark.
Oh, yeah, very
it's a great
dark
show. Great show.
Actual light.
Great show.
Like, not like dark, it's evil.
Sarcophagus? Something like that.
What's that? That's what's covering up Chernobyl?
If you pull up a picture, it's a gigantic
Like
structure
in the
they built and they
ancient
rolled right
Egypt
over top of it.
No, it's a sarcophagus. They need to put that over the substation, though. Why are we talking about putting it over the practice facility?
Because then it probably won't work as well. I doubt the substation works if you put a big old steel thing over top of it.
Well, is the substation sending out power underneath?
That's what I thought.
It's going right to the grid. That power is getting out no matter what.
I don't know. Have you seen what they built over Chernobyl? Did you see this little barn?
I do know what they have built over.
You see that barn?
Unbelievable.
I mean, that looks like a big bubble to me, but they say inside of that, it's not getting that.
It got bombed. It got bombed a little bit too.
Okay.
Labs.
Okay. Well, I certainly love that. Puka Nacua left practice early due to groin soreness. I think that's a big deal.
Yeah.
He'll get healthy. Myles Garrett still swollen a little bit. He's 85%. Aaron Donald. Yeah, dude, do your thing. Do what you got to do. If you guys don't want to play, it's okay. It's training camp. Kind of seemingly the mindset coming out of the Los Angeles Rams. Obviously, it's not. Sean McVay runs a very detailed and high motor type operation. We understand that. They're a very good team. But it does feel like in comparison to the Dallas Cowboys, the Rams are very much like, let's make sure we're getting to the season. And the Cowboys seemingly are thinking that they need to grind their way to become a team that can maybe win this thing. They have obviously been out of conversation when it's late in season for a long time. They haven't been there since, the 90s or something like that, the NFC Championship.
Yeah, a long time.
Like the 90s or something like that. Shotty's got the boys wanting to do extra conditioning while the Rams walk by and say, that's cool, we did our work already, we're going to get out of here. Your thoughts on this kind of dynamic or juxtaposition happening right in front of our eyes out there?
Yeah, I think this was great to see. Obviously, the Cowboys are feeling good. I feel like everything coming out of camp for them and Shotty, it seems to be going very well. And the Rams seem to be very confident in who they are. And I think this is one of those things, if they meet up late in the season, they play. If the Rams win, afterwards we're going to hear the Rams, oh, how about them extra sprints, guys? I bet that really helped you today, didn't it? Like, we're going to hear them talk back and forth. And if the Cowboys beat them, they'll say something about that extra work that they put in. But I thought this was great, too, watching them walk off the field. Like, I feel like I've been a part of situations like this, especially in high school. Things like this will happen.
Yeah, things like high school, old school football, and that's what the Cowboys are trying to get back to. Baldy said every day after practice with the Cowboys, they ran conditioning. They need to know. D-Bud said Belichick every day after camp, they had conditioning. I think I was only a part of a team that did it a couple times after practice, and it was always because something didn't go good at practice.
New England was the only place pretty much every day. And Baldy talked about, you jump off sides, you false start, you run after practice. That was during practice. If you were false starting D-line or O-line or you jumped off sides, you just took a lap. You didn't even, right then and there, boom, with Vince. Whoop, all right, boom, go ahead, take that lap and get back when you get back in practice.
How do you feel about guys that drop balls and don't do push-ups?
On the spot, maybe not, but at some point you gotta pay the piper.
Okay, so you don't care if it's happening at the time. If you need to carry these over to whenever you're not on the field, you need to get your 10 in for what you're saying.
Whatever you need to. DBs, we used to do it, knock it like individual or something. You just knock your 10 out after the period. I know for wideouts, maybe that means like 20 more catches on the jugs after practice. whatever. I don't get into others. Whatever your individual thing is, you need to get right for the game, for practice, for whatever. You got to do that.
What about stay away from the quarterback? Was that something that
That's
was
always
AJ, isn't this Max? I mean, I hate to harp on it, but the Max Crosby hitting quarterback Kirk Cousins in practice thing broke my brain. It actually broke for everything that I know and I've observed from just football. I just even Rich Rod. Go ahead.
Well, sorry, even hitting him. Yes, hitting the quarterback is crazy to think of making contact with him, but you got to create like a 3 to 4 yard halo around him, because the biggest thing I know, you don't want that quarterback's hand to hit your helmet and then boom, he's got to get Tommy John surgery, or his fingers look like baldies all of a sudden. Like, that's what you're trying to protect against the most.
I mean, there is a chance, I guess, Tommy John, right?
Yeah, big enough torque.
Go in there.
Oh no, if you hit your hand, yeah, people definitely bust their elbow.
Yeah, it's like having a bow and arrow go without an arrow. You know, especially if you have a chance to do that. If you get busted up there, but a broken thumb. Okay, I mean, a broken thumb.
6 to 10 weeks.
That's a whole season, basically.
That's what they explained to Derek Hall last night in the Hard Knocks episode. Because after that whole thing on the field happened, they then went to the film room and they're like, hey, you see how you're not hitting him, sure, but the way you're running by right where he's throwing, he's going to hit his hand and break his thumb and be out for 10 weeks.
Yeah, and it's like, that's why the Max Crosby thing has become such a big deal, I think, because it's just so abnormal. I think everybody's confused. And then you have Hard Knocks run this the day afterwards. It's like, yeah, just to add to the kind of topical story that you guys are with, here's defensive head coach who won the Super Bowl with this guy yelling at this guy about being too close to the quarterback. It's like, I think that's just kind of standard operating procedure. But hey,
just changes everything. That quarterback goes down.
Oh,
for everybody in the building,
city.
Everybody in the city. Yeah, we saw it even a couple years ago when however many starting quarterbacks went down. It just changed the primetime game slate. It changes everything. And at the same time, I'm sure his D-line, they weren't even in full pass, but his D-line coach is probably like, hey, keep kicking ass. Get your work in, stay off the quarterback. Mike Mack probably had another conversation with him, I'm sure, encouraging his effort and encouraging, but like, hey, you got to practice like a pro. This is our quarterback. This is our guy. If he goes down, your situation's fucked too. So let's take care of our guy.
AJ, how about him afterwards saying, oh, it turns out I actually run this practice. I like that out of McDonald too, because I think he thought that Derek was trying him in front of everybody, and I think McDonald was immediately like, excuse me.
Get out.
I don't think that's...
Second time. You said it's your second time. Like, it's one thing, like, you always want to say, whoa, then go for a player. So, yeah, you don't hate the fact that the guys, I guess you do. You do hate the fact he's getting around your quarterback, but you love the effort, as D-Butt said. But when he did it a second time, that's when you're like, oh, my goodness, this guy doesn't get it, I guess. And so, yeah, we see. I think Hard Knocks has been great for Mike McDonald as well.
I think so, too, yes. And did the Spurs tank for Wemby? But that's a whole other conversation to do another day.
Smartly.
Okay.
Many teams.
There's certainly that. But I like the fact, everything I see out of the Seahawks, Hard Knocks, including that moment there between Coach and Derek, man, I like the Seahawks a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like McDonald a lot. Mm-hmm. I love that him, Shanahan, and McVay, and we'll see what LaFleur are in the same, you know what I mean? That is a dynamic lineup of head coaches that are seemingly going to always have a good team.
Yeah.
Who's going to be great each year? I think we'll figure that out as we go. But that NFC West has some great young coaches out there that are seemingly going to carry us to the next generation. Speaking of carrying us somewhere, ladies and gentlemen, we offered up something publicly, if you do recall. I want to have Thunderdome world records.
Yes.
I wanted people to come in here with unique talents and unique abilities and get a Thunderdome world record, and we could enshrine them up here forever. Do you remember we had a lot of conversations?
Yeah, we had a bunch, and we looked into a bunch.
Yeah, we were excited about that.
Yeah.
And we thought we could just announce that to the world and say, hey, you can win some money. I saw some people say, you offer up, I think I offered up like $10,000 and enshrinement in the Thunderdome forever, And I saw some people say, $10,000, you offer up 100 and something. It's like, I had no idea what we were going to get. Was I going to get a jump rope? You have no idea what we're getting. So instead, what has happened now is Shaquille O'Neal has found the greatest dunkers on earth. Okay, he has found the greatest dunkers on earth. It's called the Dunkman World Championship. It's comprised of 24 dunkers from around the world. China.
What? Really?
They got good dunkers over there.
Okay, I didn't know.
England.
What?
Brazil.
What?
In the United States of America. The league kicked off this summer with 4 group stages. Now, the Dunkman World Championship will take place on August 25th at OT Arena in Atlanta.
It's a good arena.
Great arena.
One of the best.
Joining us now is a man who swept the premiere, claiming the Group Stage A title.
Okay.
He also won a bonus Dunk of the Night.
Ooh.
Which is a $35,000 payday, $25,000 for the title, and he has the dunk called the Hazard 360, which is a 360 with a double-double.
Oh. With a what?
Ooh, yeah.
Kidding me?
You heard it. Double-double.
Double-double from the Dunk Man, from Hazardous Dunks. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, live from the Thunderdome, is a stallion of a man with a 50-inch vert. Ladies and gentlemen, Cam Hazard.
Yeah. Let's go, Cam. Mic check.
Mic check. Mic check.
Told you not to grab that other one.
Well, I mean, you just assume that they both work.
Yeah, they should. Why are we paying for this one if it doesn't? Okay, who knows? That's for another day. Cam, how you doing, brother? Good. Very nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Dallas, Texas.
Okay, how did you get into just dunking? When was your first dunk?
My first dunk was at 15 years old, and it took about 6 years to get to this point, yeah.
Okay, so you're 21 years old. Is that what I'm learning right now in real time? Congratulations. Have a little booze. Everybody celebrate.
Nah, no booze.
I got to take care of the body, obviously. They say you have a 50-inch vert. Is that accurate?
That's true, yes, sir.
And that's a running start into it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you play volleyball or strictly basketball?
Just basketball and then went into dunking. I'm horrible at basketball, actually, but I can jump really high.
I like that.
Were you a high jumper, or kind of how'd you get into the knowing that you're explosive with the legs?
Dunking is its own sport now, and I saw all the stuff online. I want to do it myself, so.
So just as a kid down in Texas, you were walking around jumping really high, and everybody's like, wow, this guy can really jump. Is that how we got into this?
I mean, pretty much. You work on it. There's definitely exercises I do that get me ready for it, but I obsessed over the dunks, and that's how I got here.
Do you wear those little shoes that do the calf things?
I know what you're talking about. I actually don't, but
the jump shoes. AJ Hawk had them. He used to clank them around. Yeah, he used to clank them around Centerville. What are some of the exercises that can make some of us maybe jump higher? Look at Connor. Connor would like to dunk before he becomes 40.
Yeah, well, I like to not overcomplicate. I keep it simple. So heavy weights and plyos, and then just jump a ton. That's all you need to do.
Jump a ton. Just all the time.
Plyos.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. Let's go ahead and jump this thing. Now, Cam, you do know that this would be our first Thunderdome world record, and also you can only do it on the first attempt, right, boys?
That's right. You only get one.
Only one attempt. So you can have multiple dunks, obviously, to earn the title, but we can't be doing them 4 or 5 times, which Dunkman never does.
No, that's the whole point of the league. It's all like the NBA guys; they be attempting it like 4 or 5 times maybe, but Dunkman makes sure you can hit it within 2 attempts.
Oh, so I should give you 2 attempts, you think, for the? It sounds like he just said.
Sounds fair. That's Dunkman rules, not Thunderdome rules.
That's true.
It's a Thunderdome.
All in favor of 2 attempts, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye. Hey.
All right, you got one. You got 1 attempt, Cam.
Okay, that's fine. Most people need 2 or more, but I can do it in 1.
Okay, I like that. And if you don't do it on the first one, do a different dunk. Now, this is cement down here, so I don't know how much bounce it's going to give you. So I don't know if that's going to affect you. Do you know that? Do you feel good?
I feel good. Yeah, I had a 3.5-hour workout session yesterday, and I haven't warmed up yet. So if I get one more dunk, then I'll go for the crazy stuff.
Okay, so you just want a warm-up dunk?
Yeah, one warm-up dunk, and then I'll go for crazy stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering if he was stretching in that room or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he said he was getting a little leg sweeps in. This is Cam Hazardous dunks. Man out of Texas who's a professional dunker. Go ahead and do a warm-up dunk just so that people can see what it's like. Hazardous!
Oh, my God.
He does kind of just float.
Cam, hold on now, Cam.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey. Bunnies.
This camera right here, this one, I need you to say, I will not sue if I get injured or if this hoop falls and hurts you, please.
I will not sue if I get injured in the Thunderdome.
And you were not forced to say that?
I was not forced to say that. That was completely on my own.
Not at all.
You're 21, but you're not under the influence of any alcohol or drugs?
I'm not under the influence, no.
And just once again, what is the promise that we're making here?
What's the promise?
Oh, no.
They won't sue.
This guy's boozed up.
No, you won't sue.
It's not going to hold up.
Nope. No chance.
That'll hold up.
That'll hold up. That's ironclad.
I hope the hoop holds up. Cam, do you want another warm-up one or you want to go?
I'll go for it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Cam Hazard. What's that? Oh, I can't dribble.
How many dunks? He said he can't dribble, though.
What'd you say?
How many dunks?
How many?
Okay, let's see 3 good dunks.
Okay.
All right. Cam Hazard here. What's the first one titled?
360 windmill.
A There's a 360 windmill, classic dunk from back in the day. Video game stuff. He's been doing this since high school. Just standard operating procedure for hazardous dunks. 21 years old. See him in dunk bed. Oh!
That's the Thunderdome rim.
Okay.
That was clean.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let's go back.
Hold on.
Back out here. Okay, Cam, you're going to have to come visit me right here. So it seems like it is Thunderdome 1, Cam 0. How do we feel about what took place there?
You know, misses happen. You just got to keep moving. You know, I haven't had the best situations warming up, but we'll get it done.
That's right. That's right. Keep it positive. You still have a Thunderdome world record around the corner. Hey, D-Bud, this is just how he pumps himself up.
All right. Yeah.
This is
I don't like excuses in here.
What's this dunk going to be here, Mr. Hazardous?
I'll do a 360 pump.
360 pump.
I saw this one.
Like
Fortnite. I saw this one.
This could potentially be a Thunderdome world record for the best dunk ever done
Watch
in
out
here.
for that rack.
Darius Butler has a two-hander. I have one at 8 feet.
Oh! That was clean.
Yeah.
Feels like he just wanted to put one in.
Yeah, but his head was at the rim. That was clean.
Yeah, so you've been doing that one since you're 15?
Nah, that one, probably 18.
18 years old. You got one on the board now. That's got to feel good. By far the best dunk we've ever had. By far the best dunk
one
in
time,
here.
though.
What is a possible third dunk here that could maybe top what you just did and make the whole entire world go, holy shit. What Hazardous Dunks just did is a Thunderdome world record.
You know, I can mix 3 dunks together. So I'll do a 360 and then go through the legs, but instead of going this way, I'll go the backwards way.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Distance. Yeah.
What? That's what we're talking about.
Crafty.
A menage dunk here.
Wow.
Okay. A menage dunk for Hazardous Dunks as he attempts a Thunderdome world record. First attempt, he says. Sounds like he would like 2 here, okay, which is understandable. 3 dunks coming together. He's going to be reverse under the legs. Hey!
Oh! Shit!
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
That was okay.
That's pretty good.
That was clean.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on, Hazardous Dunks. Can you look this way? Congratulations.
Thank you.
As you are now the first ever
Solid.
receiver of the title, Thunderdome world record champion. Congratulations, Cam.
Thank you.
Anybody you want to thank for accomplishing this feat here?
Oh, man. Shout out to all my dunk coaches out there. I got plenty out there. I was just with Billy Doran. He's with Dunkademics, and he flew me out to L.A. taught me all this stuff.
Shout out,
Dunkademics, I need to get the kid out there soon. Congratulations to you. That was amazing. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else you want to just give it a go?
Jump over the elephant.
What if we move this golf cart over, or this football?
Elephant.
What about the football?
Jump over
Elephant.
Mitt or Bill.
What if I jump over you?
No.
Bill's right there.
Bone. Can you jump over this guy, you think?
Got him. Yeah.
Are you sure he's huge?
How tall are you?
Can your legs get that wide?
Yeah, are you sure?
You're worried about the wrong Dems.
Does his weight matter?
Hey, this might be a new Thunderdome world record.
Give this guy a
This
statue.
is
He
Bone's
jumps over
best
Bone.
outfit he's ever had.
How to get a collar on a bed sheet.
Hey, thank you for stepping up here, man. Really appreciate you,
I
bro.
get it, Goat.
That is not a collar on a bed sheet. That is a button-down shirt for D-Bone Gumpy. He's got a Waylon Jennings camouflage hat on. Phenomenal boots. Maybe D-Bone's best fit.
Is this what we were talking about when someone said jump over the elephant?
Tony!
The elephant's over there.
Tony, come on.
Bone might be 7 feet.
Ladies and
those
gentlemen, the
boots.
man that will be competing in the Dunkman Championships on August 25th down in Atlanta already has a Thunderdome world record. Now looking to do the impossible.
Yeah.
Now looking to jump over D-Bone. And what are you going to do with this? You just going to stand or dunk it?
Through my legs. No.
Through your legs?
Through your legs.
Wow.
Is just learned at Dunkademics? Do they have anything like this out there at Dunkademics to be holding the ball for you?
I mean, yeah, he's held it for me, so for sure.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's like
Tell Bone to
this.
turn around
see
and face
6'3", 2.
Now,
Paper waiver.
AJ Hawk was wondering if he could turn and face this way. Would that be possible, or face that way? Face that
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
AJ,
I like you getting creative, though, AJ.
All right.
I know what you're going
Mouthful
for.
of nuts.
All right. Good luck.
Nuts for-
August 25th, Dunkman Championships. Max.
Wow.
Now Bone dunk.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was crazy.
Thank you, Hazardous
That was
Dunks.
insane.
Thank you, Bone.
Thank you, Bone.
First try.
Good job, Bone.
That was unbelievable.
Holy shit! I got little.
Give that kid a statue.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's hazardous dunks right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's
Could
impressive.
Bone maybe try to block one and he just posterized him big time? Yeah. Wow. I mean, that was fucking sick.
That was crazy.
We got a replay here of Bone with the alley.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
Kind of effortless.
Yeah, that was smooth.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, he gets up there.
Dunking's a sport now, so I just kind of focus on that. I'm actually terrible at basketball, but dunking, kind of my thing. It's like
I like the honesty.
I was like, what does that even mean? Then you watch him, it's like,
yeah, makes sense.
This is your thing.
This guy actually has wings potentially. This guy's floating through the air.
That was impressitive.
Yeah.
Especially, no warm up. And he's not like that tall. Like
No.
we got,
No,
a lot
Bone
of
was
NBA
taller
guys
than
come in. Yeah, like 6. He's probably what, 6'1", 6'2", maybe?
Yeah, and his legs didn't, it
Yeah, that
wasn't
was-
like he
that was
had
impressive.
something.
Got springs.
That's unbelievable.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him on a Thunderdome world record. What
Hell yeah.
Go.
We have to put a photo of him up somewhere as we start this.
Hell of a start.
It's a great
Yeah,
start.
Great bar to set right there.
And that's what we're talking about. We'd like to give him $25,000 and Thunderdome world record time.
Nice.
This is happening in real time there with hazardous dunks. Hopefully he'll be grateful for it as opposed to other people on the internet. And know that you could do something, like that, if you can. I don't know if that's possible, but in your own world, we'd love to showcase your talents here, and we'd love to immortalize you forever in the Thunderdome as a world record holder, just like Cam Hazard, an absolute stud. Congrats to him. Congrats to us getting to witness that.
Yeah.
D-Bone, great job, pal. You didn't mess it up. Now, we'll continue digitally. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this for a living. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. Diary of a Polarizing Figure on Friday. Goodbye. There's been a lot of...
Got it.
There's been a lot of evidence of that being true, what I just said there in the last 13, 16 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You were with it. You were with an even more polarizing figure.
Hey, I'm putting an album out on Friday. Really? The Diary of a Polarizing Figure. Wow. I like that. Thank you. Just think about him experiencing me for the first time at that event. What a time. And then obviously Josh D'Amaro, the head of Disney, is just like 2 doors down there. So we're all in, it was a movie. That was absurd. But I think a lot of good can come from it. And one of them might be American Dream Story Gumpy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Gumpy got a good handshake last night right outside of Air Force One.
That pan out couldn't have been any better.
Oh, I can't wait to see that Gumpy.
There it is.
Random time throughout the season.
What's that, him just sitting
Just
up there?
that, oh yeah, that's all.
There's a
time.
gift just like
Right
that.
there,
I was
so
looking
good.
all night for it. I couldn't find it.
Dude, just the line up there. Just the line up there of who it is. And Gumpy just, all right, lads.
Right in the
Go
middle.
Fins, lad.
Go Fins. They were so kind to us.
His citizenship should be all
good.
good.
I'm not doing any of that. I don't do any quid pro quo.
Oh, come on.
I don't do any quid pro
There
quo.
was no invisible pens last night for Gumpy.
No autos, no invisibles, none of
autos,
that.
whatever it's
Okay,
called.
there was none of that happening. All I do know is there was a
bullshit.
celebration of future generations staying active.
Let's go.
I like the idea. I like the concept. Presidential fitness thing has been around for a long time. Then it stopped. 2013, 2014. Trying to bring that back in a bigger, better way with money now, with NIL potential. You can really get kids to compete.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I didn't notice? Because we talked about global guts and making it similar to that. There was no Olympic-sized pool there last night where they could canoe around balls. Was there? or-
No, they could have on the other side. To be clear,
Okay.
we were.
You've never seen global guts.
It's a great event.
I don't know what
Little
he's
round balls.
You don't
What are
know?
you talking
Oh,
about?
man.
I think
Tone?
he's talking water polo over there, maybe. But
Nope.
okay, maybe warm up. I don't know.
Unbelievable.
They put these like massive fans in there and make the kids canoe around and then have to throw balls in.
Thought you were
Great.
global.
Canoe,
Yeah.
canoe around.
Oh, okay.
That's not what you said. You did
Yeah,
not
that's
say
how- yeah.
canoe. You added a dole to that.
Sorry, what?
Canoodle around.
That's
is
what you said. Yeah.
That's not true, but
All right. Hey, if you said it, if you didn't say it, we heard it. But yeah, I do remember the canoe over there. That place was big.
It looked huge.
Yeah.
It was huge. Yeah, it was like a barn warehouse. I think it's Inspire Academy. I think it is. Great setup.
That's where LaMelo Ball went for a year.
Really?
Yeah, he went to Spire. It's like a big sports school. I bet they got a couple facilities.
Okay. Yeah, that huge field. Obviously, is part of. Just so outrageous. I did steal some things from Marine One. Not proud to say it, but
Oh, is that
Flood warning.
Is that a warning? Yeah.
Yeah. Flash flood.
jeez. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, national weather.
Imminent threat alert. I've never got that.
Pretty
Yeah, neither have I. Dangerous and life-threatening situation.
Oh my God, a big wave's coming.
That is not funny.
Do not attempt to travel unless you are fleeing an area subject to flooding or under an evacuation order.
All right, so on that note, we'll be back here tomorrow. We appreciate you all. Everybody be safe. Shout out to Hazardous Dunks. Bringing the flood.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Okay, just absolutely. Some make it rain.
He lives here now.
This guy made it flood. And this guy with his dunk, outrageous. We hope everybody's safe, obviously. This is crazy. Weather can do this.
Different start time tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, Thursday?
Oh,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
11 to 1, brunch time. Cannot wait to see everybody. Yeah, it's the most jacked I've ever looked at a photo. Shout out to Debo and putting that one on there.
I need a new one real bad.
Well, you just need to get with Debo on there. You guys just alley-oop and
We'll keep
assist.
it then.
Yeah. Get on the D-bone plan.
You need to go talk to Debo. I mean, this would probably be the last time we use this particular photo of me here, but Jesus, I'm pretty pumped up about what I got going on in my arms here.
Yeah.
Look like thighs.
Came out of Laguna Beach.
Yeah, look at these thighs I got on my arms.
That wasn't the last one, was it? This updated?
Well, yeah, this is updated. Yeah.
After post-workout?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, we need it for, I think it was for the preseason. We need a photo for the preseason or something like that for DraftKings. We took this bad boy. I'll tell you, maybe we should just put that up in a fucking.
Yeah.
I need to see that a little bit more, maybe.
Let's get Tone's face on Laurent Landry, please.
Please. Immediately. Hey, Bill, did you phrase that Leon Landry in the video?
Bill.
No way. There's no
Bill
way he
wouldn't
did
do
that.
that.
There's no way he did that.
Colts fan. He wouldn't do that.
I mean,
well,
I don't know if a lot of Colts fans knew LeRon Landry either, but they should have. And if they would have,
things to say.
they would have enjoyed the hell out of him. All right, let's get the hell out of here. We're on tomorrow at 11. Little brunch with the lads. We can't wait to see you then. And then, yeah, should be a blast. Football is footballing. Sports are sportsing. A team just sold for $12.5 billion to the former head of Disney. Crazy time to be alive. We're very lucky and thankful to be here. Be your friend, tell friends something nice might change your life. We're in this thing together. We thank all of you for allowing us to do this for a living. You're the best. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody be safe, especially us.
Yeah.
And our loved ones. There's a lot going on around here immediately just as we start thinking about this. I lost a tree last night in the house.
Yeah.
Full, big tree, AJ. Huge tree.
Wind took it down or what?
Yeah, took it down. Then I got speared by a tree that came out in like a small road last night in my car. Yeah, it's done a lot of damage here in Indiana, I would say. It is the most damage I've seen in this area forever, maybe.
Probably ever, yeah.
Normally south side of Indianapolis, which stinks, a little bit more north of us. Usually Indianapolis kind of misses the heavy stuff. Feels like it's hitting us right now. So to everybody that has this weather on the horizon, whether it's Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, you name it, wherever else, whoever's dealing with everything, T's and P's, stay positive. We appreciate the hell out of you. We'll see you tomorrow. You're the greatest people on earth that you allow us to do this for a living. I appreciate you. And yeah, to everybody that's just saying really mean stuff, a big fuck you. They're really mean, AJ. Are they real? They can't be. You seem like puppets. Everybody's saying the same thing.
No way.
It could be a part of it. Diary of a Polarizing Figure coming out on Friday. I appreciate you all so much. AJ, or D-Buck, great work this week.
You too, brother.
Pumped up about the future of the Patriot games.
Yeah, me too. I'm not.
We're going to make a big deal. We're going to make it a big deal. It's going to become something that's awesome. Generations are going to do this. It's going to become a gigantic ordeal.
You know what? If anybody can change it, you can change it, brother. Hell yeah.
A lot of people saying a lot of things about me about, changing and stuff.
It's part of it.
That's life, baby. And we'll just continue to roll. We'll see you tomorrow. You're the greatest. Team on me, team on three for the good of sport, baby. 1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.